Yo, what's up everybody? Today we're going to be doing some more of the Kotohogushi playthrough. Oh, I'm excited for today. We're going to be in for some really quite interesting stuff if you ask me. Yeah, so last time we sort of saw, you know, the entire life of Orca, really. We saw basically, like, everything that's been happening in her life, how Hanyu sort of has some significance. Right, I really wonder what's going to happen in terms of, you know, the whole Orca event, because, you know, we've seen her with Hanyu. Firstly, we haven't had her learn the truth yet. That's probably going to cause a lot of problems. Also, the problems about the whole village. I really do wonder if, you know, her having given the whole medicine of the disease that was actually roaming around in the village. So I firstly wonder how the disease roaming around the village was caused. And secondly, I wonder what the effects of her having given the medicine are going to be. I don't know if they're going to be good. I don't know if they're going to be bad. Maybe best case scenario they're going to be good, but at the same time it's impossible to tell. This is Higurashi, this is Onigashii, this is a very distant world to ours. Anything could happen. So yeah, it's going to be really quite cool to see what's actually going to happen today. So yeah, let's begin, I suppose. Here we go. Right. Oh, I can't wait to play this. I didn't actually get to play this yesterday. Oh god, we're starting on not a very positive note, let's just say that. Oh yeah, I've got some music. There we are. Oh, I really hate it whenever you sort of have music open in the background. You turn your volume up and then you sort of get the music. You get like a massive picture of the music instead of, you know, the volume. Anyway, the sky that day was covered in thick clouds. The sky that day was covered in thick clouds this morning, making it dark as dusk. Oh god. I wrote over in the hood on Orca had covertly brought to the secret room in the ritual storehouse. Ah, the air felt so humid, it was like, it was cool, it was coiling around my skin, as expected of the radiance, and, oh yeah. It seemed the rain had stopped for now, but it didn't seem like the weather itself had improved. It'd likely rain again. Oh, that's quite annoying. Talk about terrible weather. My eyes were open, but I quickly closed them and crawled under the covers. Oh yeah, fair enough, yeah. I couldn't be blamed for just spending all day in bed on a day like this. It was without thought I started to fall asleep again. Oh my god. But just then... What? What the fuck? Hanyu? Please wake up, we've got trouble? Huh? Oh shit. This can't be good. Well, I mean, no shit it's not good. Dude, I really wonder what... It's actually the concern. I got right up when I heard Orca rushing into the ritual storehouse in a panic for once. She never forced me awake like this before. Oh, Jesus. So I was somewhat disorientated and even slurred my speech for a second. Oh my god, get up, please. What's the matter? Did something happen? Oh, I really wonder. It's the medicine. What? What? The medicine stored in the warehouse is gone. What? Look at that, it's actually really quite weird. So the medicine has actually gone before they've been able to distribute it to the entirety of the village. I'm sorry for disturbing you so well. I thought it was distributing. Anyway, come with me. Oh, alright. I left the ritual storehouses at Orga's urging, still not fully awake, and followed her to a small wooden warehouse in the forest. God, and yet it's been stolen. Jesus, somebody's either been very desperate or maybe somebody's spied them and tracked them. I looked in through the open door. The registered harvesters last week were a bit disorganised, but other than that, there were no particular signs that the place had been ransacked. What a nice word. Ransacked. I love that. Yeah, it's actually a little bit odd, this. But just as Orca said, there seemed to be one less chest with the Higurashi family crest on it when I saw the place was cleaned a few days ago. Who cleaned it, I wonder? Seemed you were right. Yes. Oh! When I opened the door and went in, I couldn't find the chest with the medicine. Oh god. I thought maybe I was imagining things, so I checked the other chests, but I couldn't find them no matter how hard I looked. Oh god. Orca gripped her collar as a look of gloomy. Oh my god, I've had bad eyes. Orca gripped her collar as a look as gloomy as the cloud sky appeared on her face. Oh god. Seeing that expression, I furrowed my brow and bit my lip, unable to hide my discomfort. Yeah, fair enough. That's actually really quite bad. I mean, I wonder what's happened. Orca was raised with an honest personality, so she wasn't used to... Oh, God, that must be awful. Yeah, fair. It was only natural she'd be shaken up. Yeah, fair. However, Orca was well respected in all of Onigafti village, and nobody had ever been rude to her. Oh. Yeah, fair. So why now? Orca. Oh, yeah, good one. Yeah, fully, mate, sure. Are you sure you put the medicine I gave you here yesterday? Yes. Oh, God. We were planning to bring the medicine to the northern settlement tomorrow, so I put it right there. Could you imagine if the person that actually sold it was the person that lived in the northern settlement? That would be really quite funny. But yeah, Orca said that and pointed to the floor a short distance away from the entrance. While there was nothing there, there were traces of a chest having been there. Oh God. The chest was so heavy that no single adult could carry one. Oh God. Meaning there must have been multiple teams. Oh, that's really bad. Yeah, what do we do? Yeah, fair, yeah. Oh God. Jesus, I really wonder what they are going to be able to do. The northern settlement still has many suffering from the illness. Yeah, if we get this to them too late. Oh shit. Yeah, you have no need to worry about the numbers. Yeah, God, I hope so. I'll manage to get enough by evening. But it is indeed strange that the whole chest has got... Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Really wonder what's happened. Yeah, I really wonder why this has actually been thieved. Oh yeah, I stepped inside to get a better feel for the state of the warehouse. My head now completely free of sleep. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, of course this would, increase adrenaline. Oh God. Oh, I crouched down and gently ran my hand across the floor. There was a rough sensation. I strained my eyes further to see that there were several disorderly footprints left behind that I hadn't noticed in the dark. Interesting. Oh my God, so that's even worse. So it could potentially be somebody off really, I don't know. Kind of depends on how difficult it is to get in there. Could you imagine if this warehouse is completely locked, so as a result, only people from those three families can get in? Some very, very close betrayal if that's the case. This is the warehouse shared by the Higurashi, Kimiyoshi and Somazaki families. Every time one of them enters, they take off their sandals at the entrance and walk around in socks or their bare feet. They would never go around with their shoes on, so these footprints were almost certainly not there. Oh right, yeah, fair enough. Or maybe they're just trying to distract them from actually, putting the blame on them. Who knows? There were lumps of mud and grass there, adding credibility to that theory. Yeah, that's fair enough. But if there were a member of the Somazaki family, especially, and the Kimiyoshi family, and the Hudade family, but the only person in the family right now was Orca, I suppose Hanyi as well. The priest as well, Riku's dad. He's still in the family, but yeah, it isn't really that big of a family. Oh yeah, fair enough. It started raining late last night, so the theft likely took place after that. Judging from the number of footprints of the path they took, probably 3 people came in. All the tracks were large, so they were clearly adult men. Oh, right, yeah, fair. Orca. When was the last time you entered this warehouse? Before dinner. Oh God, so it really is quite a small time frame. I brought the medicine in here as soon as I got it from you. Yeah. Which means whoever did this apparently came in while it was raining late at night.
そして泥の乾き具合から鑑みると、時刻は
Yeah,
夜
fair
明けよ
enough.
りも少
Judging
し
about
前
how
あ
dry
た
the
りで
might,
しょうか。
dry the mud is, it happened a little bit before
じゃあ
dawn.
その時に盗まれた。
Yeah, then that's when it was stolen.
そう考えるのが
I
自
believe
然だ
that
と
as
思い
a
ます。
natural assumption.
もっとも薬とカラビツが自然に消滅したり勝手に動き出したりす
yeah,
る力
definitely.
を
But
持
I
っている
kind
な
of
ら
don't get the impression that's
話
going to be
は別です
reality.
が。
There's a different story if the medicine in chest had the power to vanish and move on their own. Orca folded her arms in thought, clearly in no mood for my stupid joke. Yeah, of course, Orca's so, I don't know, just like paranoid and sort of obviously betrayed. I mean, having one of the most significant and important places being not only being broken into, but something really valuable being taken from it. Of course, she wouldn't really feel in sort of mood for taking a joke. But at the same time, I can't believe she doesn't even, like, understand that it's a joke. Then she seemingly regained some composure, looked at the warehouse floor, and spoke up once she learned there were barely any other footprints.
他のものにはほとんど手をつけていな
Yeah,
い様
it's
子ね。
interesting that. So it's definitely somebody that knew they were actually getting the medicine in there. I wonder how they actually knew. That kind of adds to the theory of it being somebody that's really close to the Hooded family. I don't know. There are essentially no signs of anything else being handled.
早い段階で薬の入ったカラビツを見つけて、それを丸ごと持ち出した。
Whoever did this must have found the medicine and taken it out all
ということ
quickly.
は、
Which means...
この倉庫へ盗みに入ったのは
Yeah,
最初か
yeah,
ら
definitely,
薬が
yeah.
目的だった。
The thieves were after the medicine to
そうい
begin
うこ
with.
とでしょう。
That would indeed be the logical conclusion.
そうね。
You're right. Yeah, definitely, yeah. Orca reluctantly nodded in understanding. Yeah, interesting. It had been several months since then. The villagers received Revered Orca for saving the sick with the demon medicine, deepening their faith in oyashiro-sama. Oh. Interesting, so we're just having like a total anticlimax now. I really wonder what the significance of this is going to be in this sort of recount that's like months later. Umineko moment. I don't know, it just kind of sounds like you see something you see in Umineko. I don't know. They really treated her as a living god for being the daughter of the priest, a couple who protected Onigafti village from the threat of the demons. Yeah. So now that she'd added the eradication of this new threat to her name, Orca was truly treated as the second coming of Oyashiro-sama. Yeah, fair enough, yeah.
さすが古出家の跡取り娘
Yes, it truly is the hooded heir.
oyashiro-samaの力を受け継いだ
She's a
少
superhuman.
女の人
Who's inherited Oyashiro-sama's power. It's actually kind of funny now that you think about it, because of her yin blood. Can you really deny that? That's the question. The villagers' praise knew no end, solidifying their faith in Onigafti's three families. Oh yeah, of course. Along with the villagers' unity, the three provided the cornerstone for. Yeah, Orca continued treating the village modestly and affectionately without a shred of arrogance, and gave out the demon medicine I made to all those suffering from the illness. Good for her. That's really quite nice. Furthermore, she offered it for free to the wealthy and poor alike. That's really good. Oh, I really like that she really sees the value in human life, so valuable that it doesn't have to have a price placed to it. That was far too generous for a religious service, but she said she just wanted to see the villagers happy and accepted no payment beyond their thank. Wow. Yeah. And I mean, they definitely would have thanks that are just endless, because, you know, she's literally saved their life from horrible, painful illness. She kind of has. She was the one that actually administered the illness, but the cure for the illness. Hanyu was the one that actually saved them, because she made the cure. Therefore, thanks to how efficient and available it was, the sick of Onigafti village were cured one after another, and their delighted family spread the word about Orca and the demon medicine. Yeah, nice. That's really quite nice. Oh, and thus rumours spread not just through the neighbouring villages, but the whole nation. Jesus Christ! And those who heard of it went to Orca, astronomically increasing the demand for the medicine. Yeah, that's actually quite a problem. So, yeah, they're definitely going to have to. Please give me some of the demon medicine.
Can
I save the people of my village? Orca gladly accepted their pleas no matter who they were or where they came from, and promised to help out. Wow. That's actually really surprising though, but at the same time, is she going to be able to get Hanya to produce enough medicine? Oh shit. However, due to its components, I couldn't make enough medicine to satisfy demand all at once. As such, no matter how hard we tried, we couldn't make enough for everyone, and distribution gradually fell behind. Oh god, that's awful. Oh, I could really imagine this making problems, especially because of, this is brutal times. If you don't fulfill a promise, yeah, it could potentially be really bad. Despite that, demand for the demon medicine only kept growing with no end in sight. If anything, we were now getting complaints about our slow response. Oh god. Oh, yeah, fair enough, which must have led to this theft. God, that must have been quite a nightmare. Still, what a headache. I'm actually really surprised that she is having these constant requirements to fulfill these demands, and yet she's just sleeping for the entire day. I mean, to be fair, the weather is bad, but, still! I go to school when the weather's bad. I'm sure you can do the same, but obviously, and, do something that you don't want to. Still, what a headache. Yeah, oh yeah, definitely, yeah. With this medicine so efficient and readily available, naturally everyone would jump at it. Yeah, people would try and get as much as they can out of it. Still, it was pathetic how people were foolish enough to sink as low as stealing to get their hands on it. Easily. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Humans are truly shallow creatures, just to be so attached to life that they'd readily abandon reason just to cling to it. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't really think they're shallow. I think sometimes they're really, really bad if they do stuff like this, but other times they're just really quite brave. So, yeah, it kind of depends which angle you're looking at it from. And to make matters worse, they put themselves first and paid no mind to the trouble it caused us and the people who were originally supposed to receive the medicine. Oh, yeah, fair. Not to be rude to Orca, but it seemed to me there were too many people who failed to understand her generosity when it came to this medicine. Oh, that is actually really quite sad. Yeah, and that made me sick. Yeah. I mean, the thing is about Hanyu, she's really, the sort of really close elements of humanity she's experienced, they're really quite generous and really, really kind and caring. She's never really experienced, people always just wanting to take advantage and taking the piss and stuff like that. So I'd assume, limited exposure to an emotion, to just something that's really quite awful. Of course it would make her sick. Come to think of it, something suddenly stuck out to me as odd. How had the thieves even gotten into the warehouse to begin with? Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah. Orca.
先ほどあなたは鍵を開けて中に入ったら薬を入れた空びつが見当たらなくて。
Earlier, you said you unlocked the door and came in, and that's when you found the medicine door and medicine chest missing, right?
ということは鍵は閉まっていた
So
の
that
です
means
か
the door was locked.
ええ
Yeah,
それ
what
が
about it? Yeah, that's actually really quite
わ
odd.
かりませんか？
You don't understand.
賊は鍵を開けて、そ
Yeah,
して
yeah,
薬
yeah,
を
I couldn't
盗み
agree
出して
more.
から再び鍵
They've
を閉めてい
either
った
they've
という
either stolen
こ
the
とで
key,
す。
or maybe it could potentially be somebody that has the key by a legitimate reason. Let's just say that. It means the thieves unlocked the door, stole the medicine, and then locked it again.
まさか
You don't mean? Orca's eyes are mouth wide, and when she saw what I was getting at, yeah, true, very difficult for her to swallow. At least she didn't do
一
it.
見したところ、ここの鍵は壊されていないし、
Oh
また
my
乱暴に扱わ
god.
れた形跡もない。
From what I can tell, this lock is not broken, and there were no signs it was tampered
も
with.
しこじ開けられていれば、あなたが鍵を開けた時点で賊の侵入に気づいていたはずですからね。
If they forced it open, you would have noticed the theft from the moment you unlocked the door.
しかし、薬がないとあなたが分かったのは中に入ってからなので、扉はしっかり施錠されていたということになる。
But since you did not notice until you went inside, that means the door was properly locked.
つまり、
So in other words,
犯人は鍵を持って
yeah,
い
the
たと
cupboards
い
had
う
a
こと。
key.
大川は犯人であるはずがないので、
Oh
まず
yeah,
対
yeah, yeah,
象が
definitely, yeah. I mean, there is no way she would be. Why is she even doing this if she was the culprit? I mean, to be fair, that could be if she was a really, really good culprit, she could be doing this and, you know, validly, just to try and obviously deflect the blame from her. I don't know. I really wonder who it could be. Maybe it could be Shino, because her husband may have contracted the illness again. So as a result, like, she's really, really desperate. I don't know. That's the only theory I have that could make potential sense. I really don't know, though. I can't possibly imagine you being the culprit, so that rules
だ
you
と
out.
すれば、あなたの他にここの鍵は誰が持っています
So
か？
in that case, who else besides you has a key for this warehouse?
それはもちろん
Well, naturally, that would be... Since this warehouse was jointly managed by the three families, there were two others besides Orca who had keys. In other words, Kimiyoshi Shino. Oh, interesting. Head of the Kimiyoshi family and Sonozaki Mao. Acting head of the Sonozaki family. Anybody could get in here with one of their keys. Yeah.
羽生
Hanyu.
つまり二人が今回の盗難に関わっている
That
と
would actually be really quite interesting if that was the case. Are you saying those two are involved in
断
the
定は
theft?
できません。
Yeah, I cannot say for sure. But at the same time, even though these people are real friends, you cannot rule them out either.
ただ、可能性
Yeah,
が
but
絶
neither
無
can
で
we
ない
rule
こと
out the
も確かで
possibility.
す。違いますか？
Am I wrong? No way. Yeah. Orca held her tongue and looked away, unable to counter that. Her expression spoke volumes to how much she didn't want to suspect the two close acquaintances. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Though, even I didn't want to do the same either, because that would mean suspecting my former friend, Shino. Yeah. Former friend? Why former friend? Well, I suppose objectively she is a former friend because, you know, maybe she actually thinks of her as a former friend because, you know, she hasn't talked to her for years, and also because she's died and hasn't even told Shino that she's alive, so yeah. And hasn't obviously talked to her for a long time, but I couldn't imagine from her personality that Shino would do this. Me neither. Yeah, it seemed practically impossible.
ならば、一番怪しいのは
Then the most suspicious one is... Yeah, the moment I looked up with that thought, Orca turned back to me at almost the same time and we exchanged glances. It seemed we both reached the same conclusion, but each felt the complete opposite about it. Orca looked at me as she bit her lip and silently shook her head as if rebuking me. I understood, really I did. Orca didn't want to suspect either of them, so she really couldn't believe it. Yeah, oh my god, yeah, however life doesn't always go the way we want it to. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I wouldn't be surprised if this was an Ozaki family. I mean, this would sort of... I really don't know if you could sort of validly say this, but just because of how many men and how many sort of military sort of relations they actually have, I really wouldn't be surprised if they had an army and bodyguards and really professionally, I don't know, qualified sort of military men at times like these. So maybe some sort of bodyguards or, like, you know, military related acquaintances could be the ones that were involved in stealing this medicine. I don't know though. I mean, obviously they wouldn't really have had a military back at this time. I mean, just sort of soldier-like people. If anything.
わかった。
Alright. Huh?
二人を呼び出して直接聞いてみるわ。
Interesting. I'll call them both over and try asking them
それが
directly.
一番よ
That'd
ね。
be the best, right? Yeah, I wonder.
二人とも
Both of
ですか
them? Oh, this time I was the one baffled by Orca's decision. It's true that I said either of them could be the culprit, but in all honesty, there was only one of them I found fishy. That doesn't mean the other one is innocent. I think she's actually really acting out of sense.
シノを先に呼び出して相談してみてはいかがですか、
Why don't you just call Shino over first and talk about it with her?
その後で魔王を呼び出しても遅くはないと思います、
I do not believe it would be too late to call Mao over afterwards.
でもこのことは
Yeah, it
鬼の
definitely
淵村
does.
にと
Yeah,
って
but
も
this
問題
problem
でしょ。
concerns the whole village,
盗
right?
んだ代物はさておいても
Oh
村
yeah,
の
yeah,
中に
definitely,
賊
yeah.
が入り込んだ
Yeah,
の
I
は
couldn't
間違
agree
い
more.
ない。
Regardless of what was stolen, the fact remains that we had a burglar in our midst.
だから御三家の当主が集まって
Yeah, that's
今後
good.
の対処策
That's good.
を講じる。
So the heads of the three families should get together to discuss future countermeasures.
別に
Yeah.
進め方としては
Yeah.
おかしくないと思うけど
I believe that is a logical course of action, don't you agree? I mean, the only thing that I kind of get the impression could sort of be really bad about this is, for example, you know, Shino and her, the friendship sort of deteriorating just because of... Oh god, especially because I keep on forgetting, you know, Shino is basically Orca's mother, so, yeah, there'd be a lot more than just a friendship there that could be at stake, you know? I mean, obviously they would never sort of fully stop talking to each other, but they'd probably lose trust in it. She'd probably lose trust in her just because, like... And she'd probably feel really sad because, like, you know, she's raised her and now she could potentially be... She's suspected as somebody that could potentially be involved in a murder. Not a murder investigation. Sorry, some sort of criminal investigation like thing. Why did I say murder? You're just really used to saying that, like murder investigation. I don't know, I just always think of that instead of criminal related things. We may have a point, but she's right that it wouldn't be a meeting of the three families if she met with them separately. Oh yeah, fair enough, yeah. And if the third somehow learned that the two of them had been meeting behind her back, that would likely make things rocket. Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. But since I know what kind of relationship those two have, I can't help but feel like it would be putting a cat and dog in the same boat. Yeah, fair enough actually.
大丈夫なのか
Will it really be alright? Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, trying to resolve the issue too simply was likely to only create unnecessary quarrelling. Hence why I believe that Orca should proceed cautiously. Yeah, fair enough, yeah.
羽生の心配していることもわかるわ。
I understand your concerns. But Orca said with a gentle smile.
疑いってのは貯めれば貯めるほど膨らんでいくものでしょ。
That grows the more you let it pile up, right?
私は
Yeah,
そ
fair
れが
enough.
嫌なの。だったらお互い単刀直入にぶつけてみて
Yeah, fair
きちんと
enough.
話し合う方がいい。
Yeah, so we should try all being frank with each other and talk this through.
それに情報が少ない上に相手がいない状況で話し合えば勝手な憶測にしかならないでしょ。
Yeah, fair enough. Besides, having a talk without one of the suspects' presence when we have so little information is just asking to needlessly breed assumptions, isn't it? Yeah.
しかし
But
私ね、
I've made up my
今
mind.
まではずっと誰かに守られて自分だけのことしか見えていなかったけれど、
I don't know, I've always been,
他の人のこともしっかり考えていこうって。
I don't know, I've always been protected by others and only ever thought of myself, but now I'm going to give others the proper thought they deserve. Yeah, I kind of get what she's saying there. I mean, she is very selfless, but at the same time, she really does have, you know, a big conscience for herself, which I think is really healthy.
"もちろんそれは自分の見栄のためなんかじゃない。
It's not for my own vanity, of
相手の
course.
幸せを考えて。
Yeah, fair enough, yeah. It's to make other people happy, you see?
これを機会に御三家の問題も解決しておきたいの。
I'd like to use this opportunity to resolve the three families' problem
だ
as
から
well.
羽生、私を信じて少しの間だけ見守っていてくれないかしら。
So, Hanyu, could you have faith in me and watch over me for a while?
そうか。
Orca.
それじゃあ
Oh yeah, she really does. I can't really tell if she just sounds really shocked or if she just sounds annoyed. Alright then, the sooner the better.
私二人をここに呼んでくるわ。
Because she really has no regrets. Yeah, good for her. I'll go
それ
cool
ま
for
で
the two
羽
of
生
them.
一応倉庫を見張っておいてくれる？
Yeah, because you keep an eye on the warehouse until then. Although, could you imagine if somebody actually comes in while she's keeping an eye on it, and then she can actually get a clear sort of view of the thief, what he looks like, and everything. Orca thanked me before putting her sandals on and leaving the warehouse, grabbing a paper umbrella she'd left by the entrance as she took off. Paper umbrella, my god.
大丈夫かな。そうか。
Yeah, I really hope it does. I mean, honestly, I don't really. At one time, I don't really see how it can go wrong because they are actually questioning them about a valid topic. You know, any sort of thief, robbery, sort of criminal-related incident. It is valid and acceptable to question people about them. No matter how big their role, I suppose, but at the same time I really wonder if the questioning could cause some sort of conflict, and especially if they're going to try to solve some sort of problem that the three families have. I hope that's not going to cause anything. Orca had become so cheerful after the medicine saved the village that it was sometimes hard to believe that they were the same person. Wow. And she growing proactive at the same time. I thought it was wonderful to have the will to try with every fibre of your being to sincerely make a difference, but I couldn't help but worry when I saw her pushing herself so hard. No, I kind of get... It's interesting. I suppose you could interpret like what she was just doing then, like really pushing herself. Resolving the problem of the three families was easier said than done. Yeah, fair. Yeah. That was something Orca herself should have been more aware of. Yeah. No, I really wonder. I mean, if it's a problem between the three families that has been going on for, I'd assume, quite a bit of time, so much so that it's important and needs to be addressed, I don't really know if her optimistic view is very rational. But at the same time, I like what she's doing. It's really nice that she actually has, the sort of kindness to think like this. Interesting. I looked up at the sky. It looked like it would rain all day. Oh god. Oh, that's quite a nightmare.
なるほど。
I see. Oh, interesting. So we're actually getting straight into the conversation. That's good.
それは確かに大変だったみたい
Yeah,
ね。
that is indeed a serious problem. Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
すみませんお母
I'm sorry,
様
mother.
急に呼び出してしまって
Oh, yeah. For calling you out here on such a sudden notice, I mean... She, acting head of the Kimiyoshi family, sighed as she wiped her damp hair. Her kimono was so wet that it soaked the floor cushion. Oh my god. But there wasn't even a single splash of mud on her feet or hem, as expected of a lady who represented the village. That's actually really quite surprising. Yeah, somebody that is definitely really cautious with their steps, I suppose. I gently washed over them in my astral form. Oh yeah, interesting. When I strained my ears, I could hear the rain that had been coming down since this morning intensify, the echoes of it pounding on the earth, loudly resounding through the room. Oh god. Wow, that's
私
really
の
loud.
管理責任です
Oh god, it's my fault. Supervising it was my
もっと
duty.
用心を心がけてお
Yeah,
くべ
I
きで
should
し
have
た
been more careful. I'm sorry.
もし
あなたが謝る必要はない
You
わ。
don't need to apologize.
賊ってのはその欲求を持ち続
Yeah,
け
yeah,
る限
definitely,
り
yeah. As long as the thief
どんなに
desires to steal,
剣
they
を
will break
踏
in
み
no
入っ
matter
てし
the
まうものなのだ
defenses.
からむしろあなたたちに怪我がなくてそれが
Yeah,
何
yeah,
よりよ
definitely, yeah. If anything, all that matters is that you and your family were not
あ
hurt.
りがとうございます
Thank you very much.
それより状況をもう少し詳しく教えてくれるかしら
Now, can you explain the situation in more
Hi.
detail? Yes, you see,
実は
Olga gave Shino a simplified summary, and being the clever person she was, that was all it took for Shino to understand. Yeah, nice one.
話は分かったわ
I see the issue now.
つまり
It's about the lock, right?
鍵が問題なのよね
Yep.
ええそうです
Yeah, that's right.
「だけどそれだったらこの隣の小娘は一緒に呼ばない方が良かったんじゃないの
But in that case, wouldn't it have been better for you to leave this brat here out of the discussion? Oh, so they definitely have some sort of dispute here. Oh god. Oh wow. Yeah, I kind of get the impression that solving this problem is going to be a little bit too optimistic. Holy shit. Shino sent a detestable glance at the woman next to her, who accepted it with a snort and cold expression. Perhaps she'd gotten here earlier than Oka and Shino. Her hair and kimono had already dried from the rain. Damn. This woman was Sonozaki Mao, the wife of the late Sonozaki family head who passed away a few years ago. She was 3 years Oka's senior and was running the family and all but name while raising her son, the successor, who was still a child. Yeah, it's interesting. I really like how similar so many of these things are to sort of the modern day. Like, you know, you have audio sort of raising Mion.
あんたが来るって分かっていたら、私もこんなところまで足を運んだりしなかったさ。
Oh god. Are they really gonna sort of get the focus to their disputes as opposed to what's actually happening in terms of the crime? I never would have come all this way if I'd known you'd been
変
here.
な言いがかりはやめておくれ。
She definitely sounds very, let's just say she'll get to the point quickly. Yeah.
あら、お会いにく
Oh
さま。
my, how unfortunate for you.
私はこの子の義理の母親なんですから。大切なことを話し合うときにいない方が変でしょ。
I mean, you can't really argue against that. I am this girl's mother-in-law, so it wouldn't do for me not to be present in an important
む
discussion,
し
would
ろあ
it?
なたこそ一体何様のつもりでここに
She's
まかり越したのか
literally
しら。
one of the three families. Of course she needs to be here. If anything, I should be asking what ghoul you have to be here.
てめえ
You little... Oh, God. Don't tell me it's going to break out into a fight. Oh, Shino and Mao better displeasure us if they were glaring at each other. No, they actually were glaring at each other. Oh, God, I can imagine how scary stuff like that must be, you know, just staring right at the enemy. Oh, I started when I saw that thinking, here we go again. She kind of needs to put her foot down. This Mao lady wasn't simply a member of the three families. She was just as close to Oka as Shino. And they trusted each other. Oh, interesting. I didn't actually realize it. I thought Oka was really quite a distance from Mao. I'm quite surprised. If Shino was like Oka's mother, then Mao was like her older sister. Oh, right. Wow. Mao wasn't originally a member of the Sonozaki family. Right, she was the only daughter of the boss of gangsters who ran a large inn town in these parts. And after a passionate love affair she'd had with the Sonozaki successor when he'd fell for her at first sight, she married into the family. That is so interesting, just how similar it is to, you know, the present day Sonozaki family. Like Akane, for example, you have Akane marrying, like, you know, somebody that is very, very close to the gangster world, and yeah, it is an affair, and yet it still happens, and yeah, it really changes stuff. That's actually really quite surprising. But much to Orkar's sorrow, these two didn't get along with each other at all. Yeah, even how there was a grim atmosphere in the room that made it awkward. Yeah, definitely. Oh, that is actually really quite sad. I mean, you just have two people that are so close to you and have so much significance to your life, and yet they don't get along with you. It is quite annoying. That's really sad. Due to Miles' background and her being an outsider, she'd never been warmly received by the village elders. In particular, she and Shino had been at each other's throats ever since the latter interfered with her marriage. Old ass Kimiyoshi. Sonozaki bitch. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. They curse each other without hesitation. Yeah, definitely. Whenever they see each other and trade so many barbs that lately Shino's been sending representatives to the village meetings and rarely shows them. Jesus Christ. Yeah, just because of them having such a toxic relationship with each other that if she actually sort of tries to go to a meeting, yeah, I don't really think much is going to happen just because of how, you know, how much they hate each other, really. Orka mediated with those elders, putting in a good word for her mother-in-law, Shino, and favourably receiving her childhood friend Mao. Yeah. Interesting, so her and Mao are like very, very similar ages. As such, Mao opened her heart to Orca and doted on her like a sister. Oh, and Orca was just as important as Shino, because it was thanks to the cooperation of her and her subordinates that the annual village festival ran so smoothly. Oh.
王家はよくやっている。
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Orca's doing such a good job. Yeah, she really is. She really has her heart set on running the village and, you know, just making the village life as best for the people in it as it can possibly be, really. As I witnessed once again how much worse their relationship grew by the year, I couldn't help but think about how difficult it was to get incompatible people to work together. Oh my god, yeah, I couldn't agree more. If anything, it was no small feat to mediate between them. Oh, yeah, definitely. If I was the one in Orca's shoes, I would have given up ages ago. Yeah, that really doesn't surprise me. Still though, a thought occurred to me. The Shino I knew was supposed to be relatively tolerant and understanding of outsiders. So why did she hate Miles so much? That's actually really quite interesting question, because I never would have thought Shino would have been the person, you know, that would be prejudiced or have some sort of grudge to outsiders. I wonder what the sort of problem is. Maybe she has some, I don't know, bad sort of memories of the Sonozaki family and relationships. And something felt off about Orca too. I'd like to think I understood how kind she was, but why does she keep taking Miles' side, even against her own mother-in-law? That's actually fair enough, but at the same time it doesn't really matter about the people and their positions. If they're right, they're right. If they're wrong, they're wrong.
一体シノとオオカに
Something
何が
happened
あった
between
ん
Shino
だ
and Orca. I constantly thought about asking Orca, but it was never important in the moment. Yeah.
とりあえずお二人に確認します。
Yeah, for now I'd like to check with you both.
鍵の所在につい
Where
て
are
で
your
すが
keys?
君吉家では私が管理しているわ
I suppose I supervise the
その
Kinyoshi
関
key.
家ではどうだか知らないけどね
Not that I have any idea if the same can be said for the Sonozakis. Mao had made a blazingly irritated expression as Shino's biting part. Yeah, I mean, God. Yeah, the way Shino had said it hadn't been to question or confirm, but more akin to picking a fight. Yeah, that's what I kind of got
回
the
りく
impression
どい
of
言い方だ
too.
ね
Yeah, pretty sweet, sneaky choice of words there.
つまり私たちの方が今回ヘマをやったとでも言いたいのかい
In other words, you want to say it's us who screwed up, don't you?
そうとまでは言っていないわ
I never insinuated as much.
まあヘマどころか
I
盗
mean,
み自体を働
yeah,
い
nobody
た可
can
能
until
性
they
も
fully
否
know
定
who
でき
did
ない
it.
けどね
But yeah, though I can't deny the possibility that you committed the theft yourselves.
だとこら
Oh God, you want to run that by me again?
お母様
Mother.
私はお二人を疑うつもりでここにお呼びしたわけではありません
I did not call you here because I suspect either
繰
of
り
you.
返しになりますが今後のことを相談
Oh
し
yeah,
て
yeah, yeah,
来ていた
definitely,
だい
yeah.
たのです
I think it bears repeating that I want to discuss what we should do
お
about
願い
this.
します
Please. Yeah, I think it's actually quite good that she says that, but at the same time, this could be really risky. I mean, could you imagine if one of these people did actually, be the sort of, I don't know, the reason this crime has actually taken place, and yet she's just now discussing like what they need to do as a countermeasure against it. So yeah, that'd be really quite bad if there was some sort of really secret operation going on, because they would now know their next move. But I kind of doubt that, to be honest. I mean, just because of how close these people are in terms of relationships. Well, that could be a point I could make, but at the same time, desperation and death, like, of course that would make people want to steal. They may forget about their usual traits.
分かっているわ。
I understand.
ただ鍵がなければ
Yeah,
倉庫に
however, you
入
need
る
a
こ
key
と
to
が
get
で
in
き
the
ない。
warehouse.
そして今回族がその鍵を
Yeah,
使用した
and
可
there
能
is a
性
high
が高い。
probability that our thief used one of those
だ
keys.
ったらそこをはっきりさせなくては。
Yeah, so we need to clarify that.
それはもちろん。
Yes, of course.
確かにシノの言い
Yeah,
分
yeah,
が最もだ。
definitely, yeah. Rather than suspecting one another, it was important to ask about where their keys were and how they were used, since they were related to the crime. Yeah, definitely, that wasn't wrong. In other words, finding out who was negligent with their key. Yeah. Or finding out who gave their key to their thieves. Yeah, because maybe it could have been an action that was just completely unintentional. Who knows? If it were only a case of negligence, then that would be a management issue. Yeah, and... yeah, somebody would definitely be having a lot of arguments from the other side. In other words, Kimiyoshi or Sonozaki family, they would be getting a lot of shit for that. A simple reprimand would be enough to resolve that. Yeah. Interesting. I don't really think... Yeah, but in a sense, the latter was the worst case scenario. Because regardless of who it was, it would mean somebody Orca had trusted had been deceiving her. Yeah.
なんでオオカは二人を
So
同
why
時
did
に呼
Orca
び出
call
した
for
の
the both of them? Well, I suppose because it will give both of the people that actually had opportunity to the key to, you know, be able to... Yeah, fair enough though. Those two hated each other, so it was clear as day that bringing this up to both of them together would result in them suspecting one another. Yeah, that's actually fair enough. I do kind of get the impression that it may have been more sensible to do Kimiyoshi first and then Sonozaki second. I don't know, I just kind of think that maybe it may have been better. But at the same time, maybe having everybody together will mean that they'll not only be able to negotiate, but secondly, they'll be able to get more done just because there's more influence. I don't know though. God, I really wonder who it is. I know I keep saying this, but it felt like it would have been better if she just called them out individually. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I really don't know. It has its ups and downs, it really does. That way, it would be much easier to ascertain the truth without rocking the boat. Yeah.
園崎家でも鍵は私が管理しているよ。
Even I supervise my own family's key.
そして私しか知らない場所に厳重にしまっている
Okay,
から。
that is actually really quite
もし誰かが
something.
持ち出せばすぐにわかる。
And it's secured in a location only I know, so I'd notice right away if somebody took it. That's actually really quite surprising. So, if that's true, if it is true, we don't know if it's true, but if it is, then it's really unlikely that she's
そ
done
れ
it.
は君吉家でも同じ。
Okay, this is where it gets complex. The same goes for the Kimiyoshi
鍵
family.
のありかは亮も和也も知らないし、多くも教えていない。
Neither Ryo or Kazuya know where it's stored, and I haven't told
も
Orca.
っともそちらさんの連中というものが
God, stop!
どうかは知りません
At
けれ
this
ど
point, this is just childish. I mean, I get that they hate each other, but like, can you have a simple discussion? I mean, I get that these people hate each other, but like, still, this is a really important matter. Their grudges are less important than the fact that there may be a thief on the loose.
どういう意味だ
What are you getting? Oh, I love how cold her voice is.
それはご随意に
Well, now interpret it as you
そ
will.
ういえば巷ではこんな噂がある
I
そう
thought
で
this
す
was
ね
just like baseless insulting, but no, is there something this may link to? I wonder. Oh, Shino took on Miles' wild yell with a curt expression, speaking up as though she remembered something.
鬼ヶ淵村にはどんな病でも立ちどころに癒す
Only Dafty Village has a mysterious medicine that can cure any illness on the spot.
それさえあれば7代までも遊んで暮らせるほどの大金が手に入
Fair,
る
but at the same time, the same could be said for you. It could be the same could be said for anybody. By selling that, you could earn enough riches to live like a king for several lifetimes. For 7 lifetimes, even.
おい、何が言いたい
Hey, what are you getting?
仮にそういう
Yeah. So
噂
what if
がある
there's
と
a
して
rumor like that?
それが
Yeah,
どうした
what does a rumor mean?
あなたの
What
ご
does
実
this
家の
rumor
ご
mean?
評判は
Constantly hear about your farmer's reputation.
宿場町ではいろいろな商売の斡旋をやっていらしたそうですね
Interesting. It would seem this organization mediates with all sorts of businesses in the port town.
海産物骨董品そして 薬
There is a link, but I don't want to suspect anybody yet. I don't think we have enough info to fully make a judgment.
冗談じゃない
Screw you.
私たちが桜花の薬を売りさばいているって証拠でもあるのか
Yeah, you've got some proof we've been peddling Orca's medicine. Mal pounded the floor and sidled up to Shino as if she were about to punch her any second. But Shino wasn't intimidated and continued as if she was teasing. I really find it interesting her reaction here. I think if you really were innocent, I kind of get the impression that if something like this was said, you would really try your best to justify it as a misunderstanding. And then you would, I don't know, just saying this. Maybe it could just be bad wording, but I don't really think that's likely. Like, you know, you've got proof that we have done this. I don't know. It's just a little bit more... Did you... Like, I don't know, if you've ever been accused of something, I don't really... I mean, to be fair, there are... No, it's not really that valid to say. There are some times where you just completely try and defend yourself. And then there's other times where you'd say, have you got any proof for that? Oh, both of them could be valid. Oh, it's impossible to tell, but I don't know. Oh, I don't know. But the fact that she doesn't have an instant explanation for that, maybe that could say something? I don't know. Or maybe that's just a stupid little inference I've done. Maybe I'm really overthinking this. I think that's probably likely. So I suppose you just need to follow the father's money and see if he's maybe had any profit.
Oh,
that's surprising. No, I do not believe that the Sonozakis are behind it either.
あなたのご実家の
Yeah, interesting. So some of the gangsters could have actually stolen the key and then, you know, could have stolen it themselves. Maybe she's completely innocent in the matter. However, I have heard that there are many gangsters in your father's
その
organization.
中には世間様からあぶれて大小の罪を働いた方もおられるとのこと
It is said that some of them are social outcasts who have committed crimes of all
なら
scales.
ば中には一攫千金に目が
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
道を外す人が出ても
No, I couldn't agree more. So it wouldn't be unusual if one of them tried to an opportunity to get rich quick.
勝手なことを言うな
Yeah, think before you speak, will you?
私の組の連中は素性と素行で多少誤解も受けることもあったけどみんなお天道様に顔向けできる人間になろうとまっとうに生きている奴らだ
Oh my god, this just makes it so much more complex. Yeah, she definitely sounds like she wouldn't... I don't think she'd be able to speak this passionately if she was lying. So maybe she genuinely believes this. And somebody has actually deceived in the organization, who knows. But at the same time, yeah, where is it? I don't know, this just kinda, this last sort of line, kinda contradicts, yeah, this.
盗んだものを売りさばいて小金を手にするなんて真似
Yeah,
私の親父が
fair.
許すものか
At the very least, there's no way in hell my old man would allow anybody to make a killing out of stolen goods. Yeah.
ええ身内に対して
目が緩くなるのは私にも理解できる。
Yes, I can understand giving your relatives and associates the benefit of the doubt.
黙れこのクソババア
Oh god. Shut the hell up, you goddamn hag.
それ以上悪く言うつもりならその口引き裂くぞ
Obviously she won't, but like, god. Talk any more shit and I'll slit that mouth of yours open.
やめてください、マオさん。
Yeah, please stop it, Mao-san.
お母様もそういう喧嘩腰の言い
Yeah,
方は
mother,
し
you
ないで。
stop goading her. I mean, she can try, but at the same time, I don't really think that's going to have any effect. Orca cut between the two and caught Miles' fist just as she was about to bring it down. Jesus Christ. Mal tried to shake her off, but when she saw a stern expression rise to the normal, gentle Orca's face, she sat down grumpily as though she cooled her head off a little. Jesus Christ, these people need to learn some control. Yeah, they have gone too far. Holy fuck. And even Sinor seemed to have realised she'd gone too far as she awkwardly parted her hair and looked away. Oh yeah, probably just... Yeah, I slumped on my shoulders and sighed in exhaustion. Orca talked to me about it all the time, so I knew how much it broke her heart to see the two people she cared about constantly bickering. Yeah, fair. But still, Sinor had changed. She was never the kind to speak so well of others that she'd anger them. It's actually really quite true. I really... Maybe she just went too far because of how much she'd been annoyed by her, but I really do wonder what the cause of their sort of, you know, really bad conflicts are. Mal is equally as cold as Shino. You can't deny that. I think they're just as bad as each other, honestly. Oh, that must be really quite awful though. I couldn't imagine that. Yeah. It really is quite annoying with me, but I'm always just like, oh, it's not going to last constantly. It's probably going to be like a day and then it will stop. So I just sort of always have that sort of positive thing to reflect on and just think it's not going to be forever. But yeah, this is definitely not going to be temporary. Yeah, I really wonder why Shino's actually changed. Maybe it could just be like, you know, the worry of her husband. Wait, hang on a second. Her fucking husband died. Of course she's changed. Yeah, a heavy silence hung over the room as everybody struggled to think of something to say. Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. They're not going to get any discussion done in this sort of atmosphere. I couldn't agree more. Yeah, it was with that thought I approached Orca in my astral form and was about to suggest that she call it now off for now and try another day.
Orca.
Hey, Orca.
Hi.
Yes? But just then, Mao, who had been staring silently at the floor, finally spoke
あん
up.
たも私の仲間がやったって思っているの
Do
か
you also think it was one of my boys who did it?
いいえ。
Interesting that she's actually saying that. So, I kind of get from this impression. I wonder, she could either be a really smart criminal, or she could potentially be somebody that is genuinely, you know, genuinely sort of affected by this and really, you know, really finding it hard to sort of process which person she should actually trust and if she should trust anybody at all. Yeah. Huh? Mal looked up at Orca in surprise. Clearly she had not been expected to get a prompt reply without any hesitation. Yeah, fair enough, actually, yeah. Mao looked up at Orca in surprise. Clearly she had not been expecting to get a prompt reply without any hesitation. She now silently glanced at Orca, but the latter continued speaking with conviction on her face and in her voice.
私は真央さんを信じています。
Shino is sweating. I trust you, Mao-san.
もちろん お母様のことも
Yeah, and naturally, I trust you as well, mother.
だからこそお二人を呼んで
Yeah.
相談しようと考えたのです。
That is why I called you both here and thought we could discuss this.
どちらかが犯人だと本気で思っていたらわざわざお会いして
Yeah,
あ
that's
の際
actually really quite
お
true.
二人を同席させるわけがありません。
There's no way I would have gone out of my way to hold a meeting and with both of you at that if I seriously believe one of you was the culprit. Yeah, couldn't agree more.
ただお二人の鍵
Yeah,
あるいは
definitely,
私の
yeah.
鍵が無断で何者かに使われたのだとしたら
However,
これは由々しき大事
However, it's a grave matter if somebody used one of your keys or mine without
で
permission.
すから今後は管理に際して細心の注意を
Oh,
行う
yeah,
べ
yeah,
きだ
definitely, yeah.
と私は思います
That is why I believe we should exercise caution regarding how we handle them from now on.
あるいはここの鍵を開ける腕を持つ者が
Yeah,
今回盗み
easily.
に入ったの
I
で
think
あ
it's
れ
really
ば
quite unlikely because of
そ
the
の
whole
対策を講じなくてはいけません
they'd actually noticed that the lock was not tampered with. Nothing had been actually happening to the lock.
「いずれにせよ盗みの再発を防ぐには
Yeah,
どうす
yeah,
ればよい
definitely,
か
yeah.
それ
But
が
at the same time,
一番大事なことではありませんか
I do think it is really quite important, getting the justice from, the criminal act that has taken place. But yeah, at the same time, this is really quite important. Could you imagine if one of them was a criminal, though? That would be insane. That really would be quite something. Either way, it isn't the most important thing deciding how to prevent, future theft. Yeah.
疑うのは簡単で
Oh
いつ
yeah,
で
yeah,
もできま
definitely.
す
Doubting is easy and can be done anytime. Yeah, that is just too
Then-
relatable.
私は信じることから始めたいのです
But I want to begin
お
from
願いしま
trust.
す
Mother Mao-san,
お母
please.
様真央さん力を
Will you age me?
貸してもらえませんか
Orca firmly looked back and forth between Shino and Mao, bowed her head and gave him a gentle smile. The two of them were taken aback by the sight and exchanged looks for a split second before turning away and awkwardly clearing their
大し
throats.
た子だ
Yeah, she's something else. Yeah, I really do find it interesting what she's actually saying here, because she's not only trying to seek hope and negotiation out of two people that hate each other so bloody much, but she's also really trying to get to the bottom of this, and I think that's really quite good. She's not, she's not thinking of the relationship they have as a disadvantage, and if anything, she wants to try and change it. That's really quite something. Yeah, I gasped in admiration at the sight of Orca standing amidst the tense situation, keeping unwaveringly kind and strong while having the resolve to defy her mother-in-law. Yeah, definitely, yeah. Well, it's true that she said, she said that she'd call for both of them and inquire about the truth. Most humans wouldn't be able to declare to someone's face that they believe them with such confidence. Yeah, fair enough. Let's just hope it isn't anybody here. God. Yeah, because her kindness being betrayed, that'd truly be awful. Orca's kindness truly knew no limits. Yeah. However, it took powerful conviction to seek purity in there, while also understanding purity and impurity. What, like only one element? No, I don't know. That's why Shino and Mao were able to realise that their quarrelling was pointless, even in this emergency. Yeah, that is really quite good.
オーカ
Orca. I suppose this is actually kind of just trying to say. I suppose trying to, go towards the light, even though there is light and dark in the situation. I suppose the dark is their quarrels and, their disagreements, and I suppose the purity is like the actual objective of this mission, to resolve the crime, to obviously get countermeasures in play, stuff like that. Mahal nervously raised her hand. She spent some time hesitating and darting her eyes around before looking up as though she resolved herself.
盗みとは関係ないかもしれないけど、実は鬼の薬のこと、もっと確かな情報がある。
It might not have anything to do with the theft, but I do actually have some more solid intel on the demon
親父
medicine.
の宿場町でも、その名前の薬が何度か市場に出ているのを若い衆が見つけているんだ。
Oh. Some of the men who served my old man found many instances of medicine under that name being sold in his town.
え
Huh? Is
そうな
that
のです
true?
か
That's actually really interesting. So, oh my god, could you imagine if some of the villagers of Hinamizawa, they were basically pretending that people were really, really ill, get the medicine, sell it to another place where, the illness genuinely is in play, boom, make profit. Oh god, I hope people aren't doing that. That's horrible. Yeah, it seemed this was both Orca and Shino's first time hearing this. They went speechless with surprise, and Shino leaned towards Mao, determined not to miss a single word. Yeah.
それはいつのことですか
When was this?
先月さ、
Last month. God, this has been
私もそれを聞いて驚いて。
going on for quite a long time. I was surprised too when I heard about it.
今はうちの組の若い衆を出して出元を調べているところだ。
Interesting. My old man's boys are out investigating the source even as we speak.
だったらどうしてそれ
Yeah,
を
then why didn't you tell us? That is actually quite a good point, yeah.
真相を掴んでからじゃなければ、あんたは私が横流ししたんじゃない
Fair
かって
enough,
疑うだろう。
actually. You would have suspected me of selling it on the black market if I didn't have definitive proof first, right?
だから
Yeah,
黙って
that's
い
why I
た。
didn't say anything. That is actually quite fair enough, yeah.
けど、オーカが私を信じて頼ってくれるってんなら話は別だ。
But it's a different story when Orca trusts
オ
me.
ーカのために話してやるよ
I。said it for her.
任教にだって誠はあるんだからな。
This even gangsters have integrity. Mao-san. Orca smiled happily and bowed her head. Mao looked away in embarrassment, as if that put her in a good mood, while Xeno dropped the accusatory attitude as if she knew she'd been beat.
どうやら私が間違っていたようね。
Seems I was wrong.
席
Shall I take my leave?
外しましょうか。
別にいいさ。
No, that's fine.
お、私も
Oh,
黙ってて悪かったよ。
I didn't hear them.
別にいいさ。オーカに話せば遅かれ早かれあんたの耳に入るんだし、私も黙ってて悪かったよ。
That's actually really interesting. So Shino's going to drop the accusatory attitude, obviously, for example, even the apologies, that's going to sort of, that may, I don't know, just make them feel more on fairer ground. Mao continued after apologising. The story she proceeded to tell was grim and unnerving. It seemed medicine called demon medicine was being sold on the market as a wonder drug for the epidemic. And it seemed the drug wasn't just being sold in the inn-town, but even all the way over at the castle town where the feudal lord lived. God, so I'm assuming that's really quite far away.
ただ
God.
その中身はほとんど噂に便乗した偽物だったしさ。
Oh God, so counterfeit medicine was actually being sold. Yeah, however, nearly all of them were imitations taking advantage of the
だから当
rumors.
初私もそれほど心配していなかったんだ。
Yeah. That's why I wasn't too worried about it at the time. But
だけど
what?
つい先週、本物が高値で売りさばかれている現場を
Oh
若い衆の一人が偶然見かけてさ、
shit.
現物も抑えた。
I wonder if this could potentially be that same trade. Just last week, one of my father's boys stumbled across a trade where they were selling the real deal for a high price and promptly seized it.
それって
Wait, you don't mean...
まさか
You've got to be kidding me. Hang on a second. Could that mean that if they're having the real deal, they've either, had some sort of villager that's lied about their illness, or maybe they've actually had this stolen from them since last week.
間違い
Yeah,
な
no
い。
doubt about it.
村人に無償で配っているはずの薬が何者かによって売買されている。
Interesting. Somebody was selling the medicine that was being given out to the villagers for free.
だからまだ確証はないが、今回の盗みはその一環かもしれない。
Yeah, so while I still don't have any proof, it could be linked to this theft. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I can't wait. Oh my god, it must just be so awful for Orca, just really realising that, humans definitely aren't... You can give stuff, but whether they will return that same, what you want them to return is another question. Let's just say that.
あり得る話ね。
Yeah, I can see that happening. Yeah. Shino bitterly clenched her fists in agreement with Miles' deduction. Yeah, there were plenty of rich people who would pay any price for the possibility of being cured of a serious illness, no matter how fishy it sounded. Oh yeah, easily. Yeah, they are desperate. They don't care how fishy it sounds. They would pay. They do have the money as well. And there were currently many who had difficulty acquiring the demon medicine due to its high demand. Yeah, but since the real deal was free, there were people who could profit off it all to themselves, so long as they acquired it. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Yeah. Those who realised what sort of profit they were in for were plotting to make vast sums of money off it, even if it meant venturing some risk. Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. I mean, you could make so much from this.
私が薬を無償で配ってしまったことが
Yeah,
いけな
no,
か
I
ったのでしょうか。
was wrong of me to distribute the medicine for free.
私のせいでその人たちがよからぬ行いに手を染めるきっかけを作ってしまった。
No, that must be horrible. I'm what set off for these people to stain their hands of wrongdoing. No, because the thing is, she always sold it to people she always gave it to people for free because she thought it was just genuinely to, improve their health. But no, people,
Orca,
no,
それは
Orca, that's
違う。
wrong. Yeah, if anything, she was doing a really quite kind thing. It was just the people that are in the wrong. It's not her.
そういう風に楽をして儲けを考える連中は別にあんたの薬がなかったとしても同様の悪さを働いて
That's actually really quite true as well. People who scheme to get rich like that, get rich quick like that, would have committed the same sort of crimes with or without your medicine. Yeah.
これはシノさんの受け売りだけど
Oh
あんた
yeah,
が気に
yeah,
病むことは
yeah.
ない
I know I'm just repeating what Shino-san said, but you don't have to worry about any of it.
真央さん
Mao-san. Mao said that and gave Orca a reassuring nod. Oh. Yeah, I find it really nice that they're sort of, you know, having the same sort of views at the moment. And they're really... I really am getting the impression that maybe the views between them... It's beginning. It's the foundations of a potentially good sort of relationship between all of them. I don't know, though. It could be really unlikely still. Yeah, I can understand why Orca adored her like an older sister. Yeah, definitely, yeah. It is just really quite sad. I mean, it's just too relatable, you know. Kind act, shit from it. You give kindness and receive shit from it. It just feels like there were two verbs that were really missing from that sort of cheesy little saying there. It seemed that she was easily misunderstood due to her rough personality and tone, but Mao truly was an empathetic and considerate woman. Yeah, it really doesn't surprise me. By the way, Orca, Shino watched their exchange with a bitter smile, but then turned to Orca as though she remembered something.
北の集落に持っていく薬はいつ作る予定なの？
When are you planning to make medicine that's to be sent to the northern settlement? Oh,
それは
今日の夕暮れまでには揃えられます。
Oh, I can have it ready by this evening. I quietly whispered into Orca's ear. She gave a faint nod when she heard that and said, by this evening to Shino.
そう。
I see.
だったらちょっと小細工を講じてみましょうか。
What would they do?
小細工
A trick?
え？
Yes, Mao-san.
真央さん、
あ
Yeah?
一時休戦よ。
Let's go to Sisa. Oh my
うま
god!
くやれるかはわからないけど、
Oh.
あなたの力も貸してくれるかしら？
I wonder. I really want... I don't know if this will work, but will you lend us your assistance? That's actually really quite surprising. Ooh, what's this? That night. Oh. Yeah, God, I actually really wonder what's going to happen here. And I really am kind of surprised that they're not only beginning to sort of, you know, have sort of propositions to potentially cooperate, but secondly, they're starting to get a good relationship. And I think this is going to be really key, especially because the village's organisation is going to be so much better. Firstly, you got to think about the effect it will have on everything else, but just a more sort of social and if from a sort of more people-orientated viewpoint, then this is brilliant. It's so nice that, you know, these people that are really close relatives to Orca are actually getting along. Well, they're beginning to. They haven't got along yet. That night, Shino's plan was to put the new medicine in the warehouse, then have herself, Orca, and Mao spend the night keeping watch over it. Yeah, that's actually really quite good. I mean, that would risk a full batch of medicine, but at the same time, I think it's worth it. In the meantime, Shion... That's the... Is it second or third? It's the third time I've made that mistake. Shion instead of Shino. Shino and Mao would use the villagers to casually spread some information. oh, medicine is being brought to the northern settlement tomorrow morning, so we're looking for able hands. If I was being shipped in this, if it was being shipped in the morning, then it would be natural to assume that it would be held in the warehouse the night before. Yeah, definitely, yeah. The bandits would seize that opportunity, leaving them wide open for their trap. Yeah, fair. Oh god, I really wonder. I really wonder. Right, I really wonder. I really wonder who this could potentially be. And
だけど私たち3人が
what
で
is
す
this
か？
music? This is very odd. Oh yes, this music. It kind of felt familiar, but at the same time, I just couldn't quite put my finger on what it actually was. But the three of us.
別にお母様が直々でなくとも私の主人
Yeah,
と
that's
か
actually fair enough. But at the
君よし
same
の若
time,
い衆
they
の
were.
方
I don't know.
が
They
良い
wouldn't
の
really
では
have
な
the
いです
same
か？
significance. Wouldn't it be better to send people like my husband or you or young subordinates?
うちだってそういう荒事なら園崎家の連中を借り出して徹夜で見張らせてもいいんだぞ。
Even I could just round out some of my family's men to spend the night on watch duty, you
みん
know?
な腕っぷしが強いしどこかの家のやつらと違って信用できるか
They're all
らさ。
strong and trustworthy, unlike a sudden
ど
other
こかの
family.
家の方がよっぽど危ない。
yeah, definitely. Yeah, you can't deny that. I would believe a certain other family is far more dangerous, though.
んだとこの
The hell was that, you
な
little?
んてお互いにそう疑い合うのが目に見えているでしょ。
What I'm getting at is those are the sort of doubts we both have about each other, right?
だからよ。
Hence my idea. Oh. So they're not letting. So Shino's actually really making an effort to make it so these doubts don't stop what they're doing. Brilliant! Yeah, not even Mao could argue against Shino's logic. Yeah. In short, the watch had one other important purpose: clearing up everybody's suspicions regarding this matter. Yeah, definitely. By allowing Shino and Mao to keep an eye on each other, they could each prove they had no sinister intentions. Yeah, definitely, yeah. And if somebody besides them showed up and got caught trying to steal, the two of them would be vindicated. Yeah.
もっとも
Though that said, what does it mean by vindicated? Oh, cleared of suspicion, right. Yeah. God, could you imagine if one of the, Mao or Shino actually goes in and steals it? I mean, I think that would be really unlikely, but could you imagine just that one move that completely betrays the trust? And a definite turning point, let's just say that. It seemed Orca had actually thought of the same time. However, she'd understandably been reluctant to have each of the family heads do something as Menia was keeping watch, so she'd given up on the situation, on the suggestion even. So perhaps unsurprisingly, it was Shino, the oldest one there, who'd suggested it. Yeah, fair.
それにしても
Well, this is
ちょっ
quite a
と
new
寒い
place.
ですね。
I've genuinely never seen this artwork before. I mean, obviously it really looks similar to Rika's town, not Rika's, well, the town council hall. But yeah, I must say though, it's a little cold, isn't it?
そうだな。
Yeah. Oh god. Yeah, they're probably gonna. Oh yeah, yeah. Oka and Mao huddled up their kimono stuffed with cotton. The night air was cold, likely due to the rain from earlier. Oh god, that must actually be really quite annoying. Yeah. Out of all the times it's cold, it's the one time you stay outside. The pool water Orca had thoughtfully brought with her had now completely cooled off. Oh god.
いろりに火を入れましょうか。
Shall we light the hearth?
ダメよ。
Don't.
家の中の人間が起きてい
Oh
る。
yeah, yeah, that's actually fair enough. Yeah, that'd be telling them the people are still awake here.
だな。
She's right. Yeah, yeah. That's actually really quite good thinking. I really wonder why they initially had like real problems, Shino and Mao, because I agree, I do find it pretty odd that, you know, Shino, being a really tolerable person, has sort of really frowned down on Mao. But maybe she doesn't like the Sonozaki family just because of, you know, how, like what she said, how dangerous they are, how potentially untrustworthy they are, their criminal ties, stuff like that. Mao nodded in agreement with Shino, but despite her words, I caught her sending the hearth a longing gaze, and I couldn't help but snicker.
さて、
Now then,
鍵はちゃんと持ってきたかしら？
did you make sure to bring your key?
なあ。これだ。
Yeah, here it is. Mao took a key out of her pocket as Shino's urging and put it on the floor. Shino took a key out of her sleeve when she saw that and placed it next to
こ
Mao's.
れで私への疑いは晴れたかい？
There, we cool now.
人聞きが悪いわ
Why,
ね。
I'm hurt.
私は園崎家の鍵が
Oh,
盗
yeah,
ま
yeah,
れ
fair
ないか
enough. I
心
was
配し
mainly
た
worried
だけ
about
よ
the。 Sonozaki family key being stolen. Yeah, but at the same time, it's not happened whatsoever.
そうですかい。
Yeah, yeah, whatever you say. It's actually really quite good that, you know, now we have full proof that there was no key being stolen, or maybe, worst case scenarios, these people have actually done it and then they've obviously put the key back, and yeah, now they're just using the key that they used to, actually get in the warehouse initially. Mao gave an irritated snort and looked away, but her voice lacked most of the bloodthirsty edge it had earlier that day. Yes, he's probably just exhausted from, you know, I don't know, just like the downplaying.
さっき3人一緒に確かめたことだし。
And the three of us confirmed the location of the hooded key earlier. Yeah.
これで倉庫の鍵は村の誰にも渡ってい
Oh
な
yeah,
いとい
definitely.
う
Of
ことに
course,
なる
Orca
わ
hasn't
ね。
done it. No way. Now we know that none of us have given our keys to anyone in the village. Yeah.
しかし、だったら今回盗
Yeah,
っ人
but
どもは
exactly.
どうや
That
っ
is
て
actually a
来る
really
んだ
quite true question. I mean, did they have lock replicating sort of or means of producing fake locks in times like these? I wonder.
しかも昨日の今日だ。見張りがいるんじゃないかって逆に用心して盗みを諦めるよう
Yeah,
な
that's
気
actually
が
fair
する
enough.
けど
But at the same time, you don't fully know that. What's more, I feel like they'll suspect a watch will be put up today in response to yesterday, so they'll give up on the theft.
そうね。
Good point.
もしもあなたが犯人だったと
Oh
した
yeah,
ら
yeah, definitely. If I were the culprit, I'm sure I wouldn't come here. Yeah.
何しろあなたはここにいるわけ
After
だ
all,
し。
you're here.
あんたな。
Their disputes are so comical at this point that it is hard not to laugh. Do you ever let up? Yeah, does she ever let up? They never stop.
常識的に危険を察してくるわけがない。
Yeah, definitely. That said, if we were up against somebody with that much common sense, they'd realise it was risky and not try it. To be fair, that is saying that they have a lot of common sense. Maybe they don't.
でも今回の奴らは見たところ
Yeah, I hope that could potentially be a sign of hope. But from what I can tell, these thieves are wealthy in greed and poor in intelligence. Yeah. Ooh. Shino's reading on the situation was this. Oops. There we are. Was he was concerned about how they'd unlocked the storehouse. Stealing the whole chest of medicine had been a very foolish move. Yeah, definitely, because it's just an indication that things have been stolen. I mean, if you're going to steal something, at least make the chest that you've stolen it in look as if nothing's been changed. Or maybe, I don't know, just rearrange the chests so that... No, I don't know, it may be really difficult, but yeah, her reasoning was that such an act would clearly alert people to the theft immediately and put them on guard for the next time. Yeah, definitely. I really wonder why they would do that. Maybe it could have potentially been like a one-time thievery. Maybe that could actually add to the theory of them actually doing it out of desperation for their lives because they're only going to need the medicine once. Who knows?
私なら何かの偽物とすり替える。
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
少しずつ抜き取るわね。
If it were me, I'd switch them out with fakes or take them little by
そう
little.
すれば盗まれたことにも気づかれず、
Yeah, definitely,
安
yeah.
全に大儲けができるでしょ。
That way you can still safely make a profit with the theft going completely unnoticed, right? But these thieves were clearly sloppy. Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. Taking a huge chest with them would naturally make it easier to track them. Yeah, exactly. I'm really quite surprised that they're doing so. And even though carrying something that heavy in the rain was the height of folly, they'd done it anyway. Yeah. These thieves clearly weren't professionals. Yeah, definitely. So if their targets were that stupid, yeah, it was highly likely that they'd bite at even the smallest bait cast before them. Oh yeah. Really doesn't surprise me. They'd likely heard about the medicine being at the warehouse and were currently headed over to it while coming up with a plan. Oh my god, that would be really quite
他
cool.
にも理由はあるんだけど、こっちはまだ確信がないから内緒。
There's more to it than that, but I'm not sure yet, so I'll keep it to myself. But I'm sure there'll be, yeah, fair enough, yeah.
盗みの
Oh,
味は
yeah.
なかなか忘れられないものだからね。
Why is she being so mysterious? It's not so easy to forget the taste of theft after all.
外れるかもしれないから、その時はその時ね。
Yeah, though I could be wrong, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Yeah,
改
definitely.
めて
Yeah.
人をやって、犯人を探す手を皆で考えましょう。
Then we'll think of a way to find the culprits together.
それでいいわね。
Does that sound good?
"あんた、意外に頭が回るんだな。
Yeah, fair enough. You're pretty quick on your feet, huh?
褒めても何も出さないわよ。
Flattery will get you nowhere.
それに、まだ少しは
Yeah,
あなたを
fair
疑
enough.
っているの
Besides,
だから。
I'm still not entirely convinced you're innocent. I mean, that is fair enough. But the same could be said for her, so that
私だって
makes
な。
two of us. What's the two of them before sending Orca a glance, then passed through the faint gap in the door and went outside? The rain had finally let up, the moon shining in the starry sky mottled with clouds here and there. Ooh. Oh, I so thought that could have potentially been some sort of change. Oh, I don't know. Thank goodness. Seriously. I breathed a sigh of relief at having learned my friend hadn't changed a bit. Yeah. Shino truly was the wise and kind woman I remembered. Oh, that is actually really quite nice, yeah.
本意で嫌っているわけではなかったのだ。
Shino doesn't actually hate Mao deep down. Oh, we're gonna get some sort of... Oh. Oh, yeah, it had been Shino in the first place who would help me the most when I came to this village and married Diku. Yeah, she was unbelievably nice to her. Yeah. Oh, yeah, she made the utmost effort to pacify and occasionally intimidate the villagers who slandered me and were prejudiced against me, as well as to accept an outsider along myself. It's so brilliant what she's done. I mean, this is just really quite something. Therefore, Shino had previously been the most civilized person in this village, as well as one of the most compassionate and tolerant of outsiders. Yeah, I couldn't agree
しかしそ
more.
の結果、何が起
But
こっ
what
たか。
happened as a result of that? When rumors of the demon spread, the already exclusive villagers once again used that to strengthen their dislike and distrust of me. Oh god, yeah, fair. Of course they would do that. Even so, Shino earnestly attempted to pacify everyone and went as far as rebuking them to try and protect my family. But in the meantime, Riku and I couldn't help but feel uncomfortable in the village. Yeah. Oh, rebuke is to express sharp disapproval of somebody. Once that hit its boiling point, we fought the demons to prove our innocence. Oh god, and lost our lives in the end. Yeah, definitely. Oh god. Riku, honey, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Oh my god, even to this day, Shino regretted how her half-hearted kindness has got us killed. Oh, that's awful. That's what she believed, at least. Oh god. I suppose because she thinks this, her attempts to actually, you know, make everybody sort of see the light of day, obviously see that the village is not controlled by some killer demons. Well, sorry, that Hanya is not a killer demon. Here, just trying to do that obviously made their suspicions worse, and then they were only disproved when the worst case scenario happened, really. Oh, that's horrible. That left wounds so deep in her that it caused her to see the way. Very active. Accepting outsiders as negative. Interesting. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me whatsoever. To be fair, this is just Hanya's interpretation. This isn't actual fact, but I think it's very, very true. It doesn't matter who her family is or what kind of person she's like. Yeah, it really is though, yeah. It's truly difficult for outsiders to live in this village. There's no need to live in such a strict place no matter what you wish. Yeah. After Mao had gone home, after the three had planned to meet up that night, Shino confessed the harsh circumstances she'd been dealing with. Oh, I'd like to welcome her with open arms. Yeah, definitely, yeah. But the villagers here were stubborn and refused to accept newcomers. The mindset may eventually change with the times, but it likely won't be anytime soon. Mother.
Mao-san
is a capable woman.
亡きご主人、そして息子のことをとても大切に思って、その崎家をしっかり守っていこうと頑張っている。
Mao-san is a capable woman. She cares dearly for her son and her late husband, and is doing all she can to protect the Sonozaki
いい
family.
加減な覚悟でできることじゃない。
Yeah, that's something that takes considerable resolve.
それはよくわか
I'm
ってい
fully
る。
aware of that.
だけど、私が村のみんなと対立する側になったら、
Oh, that's really interesting. So it's not only this, you know, really sort of psychological scar that she's had, but that as well. Interesting. Yeah, definitely, yeah. The villagers likely wouldn't just criticize Shino for standing up against Mao, but would also slander Orca for being the daughter of an outsider herself. Yeah, fair. That would shake their trust in the three families, and Orca would end up with the most hurt. Yeah, and because she understood that, Shino needed to act like she sided with the villagers and rejected Mao. I mean, I think it is really nice that they're sort of starting to, you know, get some sort of connections, but at the same time, this is just sad. All the while anticipating that the kind-hearted Orca would sympathise with Mao and stand with her, even if it meant defying her mother-in-law. Yeah. God, yeah.
これからも嫌な役目を押し付けてしまうわね。
You have an unpleasant role forcing you in your
ごめんなさ
future.
い。
I'm sorry.
いえ、お母様、
Don't apologise,
そ
Mother.
のことは私もよくわかっており
Yeah,
ま
I
す。
truly understand that as well.
それに、
I'm sure Mao-san
Mao-san
will
だって。
too someday.
いつかきっと
Yeah, that is actually fair enough. I mean, it is fair enough that she did this, and it really just makes sense when you sort of piece it down to that, but I kind of get the impression that Orca, she would never want to, you know, have this as a thing that she must take into consideration. I think that she kind of sounds like the person that is going to want to, you know, do something really significant that is going to change this. I mean, just because I know of all of this and it really relates to the 21st century the 20th century Hinamizawa. Very late 20th century, but still 20th century. Yeah. obviously hasn't taken into effect whatever's happened. Long term, that is. Maybe it has short term. What's this? Oh, she not guiltily hung her head, but Orca just said that and gently embraced her huddled shoulder. Oh, that's nice. Yeah. Oh, that must be so. A thought came to me when I saw that. Those two were undoubtedly mother and daughter. Yeah, definitely. Definitely, yeah. Oh, yeah. Though they weren't blood related, they could understand and support one another. A mother and daughter in true sense, yeah. A lot of the times blood relationships, I mean, obviously blood relationship is a very important factor of whether they are truly mother and daughter, but at the same time, sometimes, yeah, maybe it doesn't really matter. It's not really the most important thing. I sighed softly as I looked up at the slightly cloudy sky while strong emotions raced through me. Why was I still in this? Oh, that's interesting, but I kind of get the impression it's just because of Orca. Seb was Orca's mother? No, she had seen off of that. I suppose just to serve as a friend for her. A friend then? Mal and the others were already doing a fine job of that. Yeah, that doesn't mean she can't do a job of that. And Orca had a husband and a daughter, a family.
そうだな。
Indeed.
去るべき時が来ているのかもしれないな。
Perhaps it is almost time for me to depart. That's actually interesting she thinks that. So she's just doing this because Orca, you know, she's obviously not really seeing her point because her point in the village that much because Orca's just had such a, she's just formulated such a life within the village that, you know, maybe she's sort of been replaced. But at the same time, I don't really agree with that whatsoever. I'd be lonely, of course. Yeah, but through saving the sick and resolving Shino and Mal's antagonism, Orca was finally trying to live a life of her own volition. Yeah, my presence was only served to make Orca depend on me amidst all that. That is actually fair enough, yeah. So it'd be better for me to believe in Orca and those around her and leave the rest of them. I mean, that is actually fair enough that she thinks that, but firstly, that's going to be really difficult. Can you imagine how betrayed, how hurt, how, you know, sad Orca is going to feel if she's just magically... Whoosh! What? You've got to be kidding me. Has there been somebody that has been going to the warehouse? Oh! I turned around when I heard the faint sound of a door sliding open in the distance. That's actually really interesting. I don't really agree with Hanya's mindset, but at the same time, yeah. Yeah, that's actually really interesting. She's trying to, you know, do things that Hanya would have never thought of doing. For example, in this, Hanya just genuinely thought it was impossible. She wouldn't have tried whatsoever. But Orca, she tries. And she not only tries, she has really, really good results as well. This worked. It was coming from the hooded bedroom where Orka's husband Shoji and her daughter Higuka were sleeping. Ah, right, so they obviously didn't have much luck with the whole thing. And then
あれは
that's I saw a figure looking around while looking out through the lightly opened gap. It was Higuka, who was supposed to be asleep. What is she doing? What? This is weird. Higuka went out to the veranda, put on some sandals behind the stepping stones, went down to the garden, and then darted off to the forest behind the state. While taking care to conceal her footsteps.
まさか
It couldn't be. I do not believe that she would steal the medicine. No fucking way. Suspicious, I followed her. Yeah. What? No! Surprisingly, Higuka was headed to the joint warehouse. What the fuck? Oh, Higuka stood in the... What? Higuka stood in front of the warehouse door and stepped on her tiptoes to reach the lock, holding a key in her small hand. She awkwardly put the key in the keyhole and opened the door with a clap. That is... What the hell? Then she opened the door and went inside, all while bathed under the pale moonlight.
それにしても風花が
Yeah, what do you think? What would Higuka be doing in the joint warehouse? It was a natural question. Would it be odd for Higuka to know that where the warehouse key was and about the demon medicine? After all, yeah, but she was a little girl who shouldn't have understood its valuable tool. I couldn't agree more. God, this is scary. It's either there is some sort of significance that she's taking it for, or maybe she's being manipulated. Oh god, so why was she sneaking into the warehouse so late at night? I'm so surprised though. Like, Higuka's probably not even 10, yet she's stealing something. Quite a little walked up to the entrance and peeked inside. I could hear her rustling about while looking for something in the dark, but rather than the medicine chest, it seemed like she was scuffling with the bundle of radishes further inside. Higuka took out one of the radishes and left the warehouse, naturally oblivious to my presence. Yeah, definitely, but like at the same time, why is she going into the warehouse, getting a radish and then just leaving? Well, I suppose she probably wants to just, you know, have some food. Maybe she's really quite hungry. Oh, yeah, she didn't lay a finger on the medicine, of course. No, but the only thing is this is the worst, because she hasn't actually stolen any medicine, so now the only thing we know of is that she has the means. We don't, and she does actually know that, you know, she can get into the warehouse, but yeah, that is really quite odd. Higuka took a few steps into the woods and stopped, her eyes darting around. Once she was sure no one was there, she headed even further away from the hooded shrine.
一体どこに
That is so weird. Yeah, where is she going? Could you imagine if she's going to Onigashiki Swamp? I chased after Higuka. Well, I knew from the beginning she wasn't the thief. I wanted to know what she was doing and why. Yeah, why is she just suddenly taking a radish and then leaving and then going to some sort of really weird place, even though she should be in bed? I mean, God. I don't get what Orca has done to have such a naughty kid. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna smoke a joint warehouse, guys. So I really wonder why she's actually checking that nobody's there. Well, I mean, her sort of judgment is really quite wrong. I mean, obviously she will never know that Hanya is there, but she is. I chased after Higuka. Well, I mean, from the beginning she wasn't the thief. I wanted to know what she was doing and why. Yeah, good. The forest grew denser and denser, and it rapidly grew harder to see anything. Oh, but Higuka charged forward without hesitation, relying on the faint moonlight. That is really fucking stupid, but like, okay. Higuka had gone farther than I thought. Despite that, She kept heading even deeper. I turned around to find Hurade's shrine was already completely out of my sight. My vision clouded by damp tree. God. Then Hooker finally stopped at a small cave that had been dug out the side of the mountain and crouched on the spot. This is weird. Is she... I kind of get the impression this could be something really innocent. Like, for example, I don't know, she's maybe found some sort of animal and she's got to know the animal and then she's sort of stealing food to give to the animal or something like that. I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised because she is a really young kid. Maybe that could be something that she may be doing. I have no clue. Was someone there, but I couldn't sense any humans. Odd. No, there was a... What? There was a non-human presence. I walked up to her car and looked down at it over her shoulder.
いっぱい食べるのですよ。
Me, there should be plenty of food. Woof woof. What? Oh my god! I was actually right! Just then several small puppies in their mother butt.
なんだ
Oh, that's so sweet. I mean, maybe not the most ethical thing, and not the most right thing to do, but like, yeah, at the same time, she wouldn't have any understanding. I think that's really quite funny. I felt a rush of relief. The puppies eagerly wagged their tiny paws and clung to their mother, their eyes small and their fur soft. Yeah, that charming sight brought warmth to the cold night in the blink of an eye. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
どうして食べないのですか？ 好き嫌いは良くないのですよ。
Me, why aren't you eating? It's not good to be picky. Hooker frowned and held out the radishes she brought from the warehouse to the dog's noses, but neither the mother nor her puppies took it and just looked up at Hooker instead. I see, so that's it. Oh, is she trying to make friends with the dogs, but they're just saying, fuck off. I decided and nodded once I got the picture. Yeah, in other words, Hooker was sneaking into the warehouse to get food for these wild dogs. I really wonder if she could have potentially taken the medicine knowing it was food. Because how's she to know this is medicine? Because you imagine if the dogs had been given the demon medicine, that would be weird. I find it really funny that, like, you know, like saying meep and stuff like that, it's really sort of been passed on. Like, you have Orca saying it. I mean, I don't really know where Orca got it from, but like, then you have Hooker saying it, probably from Orca. Yeah, it's just really funny that this sort of kind of like tradition in the way they speak has just really been passed down, so much so that Ika's actually saying it, like, I don't know, hundreds of years later. It's really quite insane. She probably didn't understand why it was wrong to unlock the warehouse. Yeah, definitely, yeah. But also thought her parents would scold her for taking food without permission. If she can't understand why it's wrong to unlock a place, I'm actually kind of surprised that she had the skill to, you know, unlock the lock itself. In terms of wrongdoings, the former seemed like a much bigger grounds for a scolding. Yeah. But it'd be cool to expect a little girl to understand it. Yeah.
どうするかな
What to do? It'd be easy to tell Orca. Yeah, but then she'll likely give Hooker a harsh reprimand. But at the same time, I think it's better to do that. Yeah, even so, by no means could I overlook me. Even so, by no means could I overlook her unlocking the warehouse without permission. That led to the medicine getting stolen and brought unjust suspicion onto innocent people. Yeah. No way. In that case, just who was it who stole from the warehouse? Yeah, exactly. Oh no, freeze. Oh no! I do not like this. All of a sudden, a woman's bloodthirsty roar echoed from a short distance behind. Higura's smile froze the moment she heard that, and she turned around in shock, but I quickly realised the shout wasn't directed at her. Oh, fuck. Was that Miles' voice? Yeah, it was, but like, who was it directed at? Because I don't really think she would, you know, have been talking to her. Or maybe she could have severely got a bad, sort of interpretation from what she may have seen. Maybe she was already at the shrine, she'd never left, and, you know, she was just looking. She spotted Higura, and then, yeah, she followed her. Who knows? Oh, shit. Yeah, I immediately kicked off the ground and ran towards her voice. I dashed through the forest until I could see the warehouse and noticed several silhouettes in front of it. Oh, interesting. So they may be stealing right now. Oh. Oh, I wonder. Oh, I should probably just turn the music down a little bit. There we are. Oh my god. What are those? They're people! They're probably the thieves! Just then a cloud moved out of the way of the moon, brightening the area and illuminating the silhouettes. There were 3 women and 3 men. Oh. Oh, right. The women were oyashiro-sama, but I didn't recognise any of the men. Yeah, these people have been, you know, the thieves. Who the hell are you punks? Oh, never seen you monks before. The men smiled confidently as one stepped towards Mal. As at their feet was a very familiar chest. Oh, so you were the thieves, I take it. Return the medicine. Oh, you really think it's going to be that easy? Oh, yeah, definitely, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Mal is really good at combat, but oh my god, Orca, she's brilliant. Better do what she says or you're going to be sorry. So you know, Miles' cold voices echo throughout the forest. Oh, yeah, definitely, yeah. The air was so strained with bloodlust that even the insects ceased chirping. Jesus Christ. But the men kept smiling as if they hadn't noticed or believed that they still had the upper hand and took another step forward. Oh shit, what's happening? Orca calmly stood in their way before warning them with a tranquil expression, completely devoid of fear. Oh yeah, you really think they do though? If you have your reasons, we'll hear them out. Yeah. So could you please give them back? Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, you'll be causing trouble for the people who need that. Yeah, we aren't scared of you. Oh, hello, Keiichi. I mean, the voice actor. But like, yeah, we can live like kings as long as we have this. Who the hell would ever give it back? That's actually fair enough that they do that. I mean, yeah. Steal the medicine. No price to pay at all. Sell it for really, really big amounts of cash. People will buy it. High demand. Boom, you're set. But the only thing is, I think your plan has failed a little bit. Yeah, these people just seem impossible though. I really do get what they mean every time when they see like high intelligence. So, not high intelligence? Sorry, high riches, low intelligence. Extremely low intelligence. A flash of disgust tainted Orca's face. Oh yeah, fair enough, yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I really wouldn't be surprised. She'd probably be prepared to give them some if they were doing it to save a sick relative or something. Yeah, because that would be... You'd be able to morally justify that, I suppose. But it was clear they'd only done it to line their own pockets, yeah. Not even Orca was lenient enough to forgive that. She would never. It's just greed. In the expense of others. Hey, get him. Oh, shit. Now what else? Yeah. The three men each reached into their own pockets in response to that shot. No, please don't tell me they have knives. Oh, fuck. Okay, that is bad. All of them drew sharp daggers and held them at the ready, pointing their sinister blades at Orca and the others. Oh, no. Oh. It's also maybe your cue to get somehow miraculously, I don't know, just taken down. I don't know, either... I don't really know what they could do. Maybe they could rugby tackle them, or just... I don't know, maybe get their hip with one hand, get the top of their shoulder with one hand, with the other hand, like, use loads and loads of force. You know, just throw them somehow. Like, as if they haven't stabbed you. I don't know if I can know. You can maybe just throw them, and then they'd hit the ground really hard, and boom. They would be very injured. But at the same time, that would work maybe if there wasn't a thing called a dagger, and if you were extremely strong. Which Orca, I wouldn't be surprised if she was. God, unless you want to see that pretty skin scar for life. One man grinned indecently and took a threatening stomp forward. His eyes were steady and wild like a big... Yeah, fair enough. There's no way out of this. Shall I help? No, but the only thing is, I think it's actually really quite, like, you know, thoughtless of her to say that, because she's always been, you know, making these comments about the dependence and having too much reliance on her to Orca. If she helps, I just kind of get the impression that what she's been trying to sort of prevent Orca from having will just be reinforced. Oh yeah, oh my god, you would never want to do that with Shino, never. That's only a last case scenario. Worst case, even. And last resort. But if I did that, I might expose my true self to Orca, or even the others. No wait, they couldn't see me anyway, so perhaps I should pass this off. I could pass this off as the wife of oyashiro-sama? Fair enough, but at the same time... You death beat it now! Oh, damn, no, I shall not retreat. Oh, please do as I say before you get her. Oh, I find it really funny. She knows that she's going to be able to beat the shit out of these people. The hell was that, you bitch? Jesus. Yeah, of course the only threats they can use are their weapons. You need a knife in that gut to get the point. Oh, fuck. Oh, God. The man furiously rose his dagger and charged at Orca. No! My hesitation cost me the first move. I'll never make it to Orca in time. Oh, no. Ooh. Yeah, good one. But Mal acted quicker and promptly stood in front of Orca, then punched the man right in the face. Oh my god, that's brilliant. Oh, he's not only just been punched in the face. Yes, you know it's going to deliver the final blow. And this is a very good chance to get their dagger. Oh! Oh, interesting. Shino darted her hand out in the meantime and grabbed the second man's raised arm. Then she dodged, swept the man's leg out from behind, and easily knocked him to the ground in one flew. Jesus Christ, she is strong. And yeah, never tell me she has some sort of old age again. My God, And as for the last man standing, yeah, I kind of get the feeling he's going to be so cowardly that, you know, he is not going to want to fight. Or maybe he will. Oh, right. Yeah, you're not even giving him a chance. You're just going straight in. Fair enough. Fair enough. You've got style. Oh. I don't like this atmospheric change. Orca had kicked off the ground and charged at him with a wooden sword in hand, then struck the hand clutching the dagger. Oh. Oh! The dagger danced through the air and planted itself into the ground a short distance away. What?
もう一度だけ言います。
Oh. God, I thought I was just under the impression that something could have potentially gone wrong for Orca's lot, but I suppose that that wind is really more sort of, I don't know, symbolising the feelings that the men are having at the moment. God, that must hurt. That hand that has been struck. Holy fuck. And she must have done it really quite powerfully as well. Allow me to say it one more
お
time.
となしく従ってください。次は喉を狙いますよ。
Please do as we say. I'll go for your neck next. I'll go for your neck next. Yeah, these people aren't really ones that you should mess with, and they're far more intelligent, powerful, and strong than you are. Yeah, they have skill and intelligence as opposed to, you know, knives as their threats. Though it was a wooden sword, the man gasped and froze when faced with a sharp, obviously being pointed at him. Yeah, definitely, yeah. He fell to his knees and hung his head pathetically. Yeah. Even he must have realised how skilled Orca was to have accurately stabbed a hand that was nearly invisible under the cover of the... Jesus Christ, I didn't even realise that detail. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Wow.
やるねオーカ
Damn, you've got skills, Orca.
鬼ヶ淵村の巫女さんは剣術もやるの
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. So Onigafti village's resident Miko also knows her way around a sword.
ナオさんもさすがですね。
Yeah, definitely. You're impressive yourself, Miles.
これでも荒事には慣れているし
Oh, that actually really doesn't surprise me. I've had plenty of scrapes with punks like these. Miles smirked as she tied the man's heads. God no. Hands behind their backs. Yeah, nice one. Meanwhile, brushed up some dirt while Danny Orca and asking, "Are you okay?" As if nothing had happened. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I'm fine.
お母様も大丈夫ですか？
What about you, mother? Are you alright?
まあこれでも村をまとめる立場だから
Yeah, fair enough. Well, I am responsible for a village appearances aside, so this is only natural.
淑女のたしなみよ
It's a lady's domain. First, I'd... Oh, right. First I've ever heard of Jiu-Jitsu being a lady's domain. Still, all the women of Onigafchi's 3 families were tough, huh? Yeah, Orca's in good company. Yeah, definitely. It's actually really quite good and coincidental that, but, you know, high position, high sort of, I don't know, significance, high combat as well. Mal, do you think that the same could be said for the present moment? We don't really know how good Natsumi is in combat. By the way, Some Utsushi, that's going to be the first story we're actually seeing Natsumi. I can't wait for that. But, yeah. Rika, I don't really think she's very good in combat. I mean, she can't be just because of her body. She has the brain, though. She's lived for a long time, so she could maybe get up some moves that could potentially be really quite good. Mion, obviously. I mean, she literally took Okonogi down without any question. I mean, to be fair, he was at his weakest point then, just because of, you know, complete drained morale, but still. I'm talking about the end of Matsuri Bayashi, when Okonogi actually sort of tried to meet Mion just to sort of voice his shock at the fact that, you know, she could beat him. I wonder where she learned jiu-jitsu from. Mao approached the men and bound their hands with cloth she borrowed from Orca. Oh yeah, that's actually really quite something. So they've obviously made them bleed quite a bit, and yet they're giving them cloth. God. Then she whistled, and several men came out of the forest. Oh.
あんたたちの出番はなかったみたいだよ、兵庫。
Oh. Wow, I'm actually really quite surprised. So there were some Osaki gangsters back there, just in case of an emergency. Wow. Looks like you guys didn't get a chance to shine,
人
Kyogo.
暴れできなくて残念だったね。
Ah, too bad you couldn't cut loose.
まったく魔王様にはいつも冷や汗をかかされます。見ているこちらは気が気ではなかったのですよ。
So you're always taking a toll on my heart, Mao-sama. I was on edge just watching you, you know. Oh my god, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, definitely not someone that you want to mess with. I wonder if this is Mao's husband. Who knows? Or maybe it's some sort of random gangster. The man named Hyogo, sign of relief and a hint of complaint. These are Mao's men who have been stationed on the shrine grounds in case something went wrong. Yeah, there were also Kimiyoshi family associates amongst them. Wow. God, I really like that they've sort of made this like a village matter, really. They've really prepared us if it were one, which is really quite good. I mean, it does actually concern the entire village when you think about it, because all of the medicine that is going missing, it's really going to have a negative effect on the health of everybody. It could risk a lot of things. Naturally, it went without saying, the part of the reason for that was so both groups could clear each other's suspicions. Yeah, that is actually really quite good. And
あとは任せ
I
た。
suppose it's just so that they can have the most defense in a potential event as possible, really. I find it really funny though, they use none of their military forces.
明日の戦議まで園崎本家の土蔵にでも閉じ込めておいて。
Oh my god, the storehouse out of everyone. Don't tell me they're going to torture them. Oh god, I'm actually kind of scared. We'll handle the rest. We'll keep them locked out in the Sonozaki estate's storehouse until
いいだ
tomorrow
ろ
morning.
篠さん。
That work for you, Shino-san?
よろ
Yes,
し
I
くお
would
願いす
appreciate
るわ
that. God, I really hope this is a prison and not a place for torture. Oh god, I'm kind of scared
わ
about
かりま
this.
した。空立て。
Got it, come on, get up. Yep, now they're the people bossing him around. Hyogo and his associates surrounded the three men, dragged them to their feet, and took them through the forest. Once they were finally out of sight, Orca suddenly flopped to her feet. What? Oh,
どうしたの
shit. What's wrong, Orca? There's nothing, I'm just sort of relieved.
なんだか
Oh, yeah, fair enough, yeah.
ほっとしてしまって
God, you should not do that though. I mean, if I was in a situation like that and saw her obviously do something like that, I'd think as if she collapsed. Really would not be feeling as if she would be just relieved. God. Oh my god, it says until tomorrow's meeting. I really wonder if there's going to be a meeting where they're actually going to have to, really just not only go to prison and their punishment being decided, but also embarrassed as much as possible because of their crime.
Huh?
What? yeah. Shino and Mao looked at each other in astonishment when they heard that. For a moment, they frowned as they tried to think of something to say, but they both chuckled and Orca joined in the laughter. Yeah.
母様
Mother? Oh, yeah. It's the suspect. Just then, Hurka came over with a puzzled expression, confused about the laughter. Oh, yeah. Orca was just about to ask what she was doing there, but jolted to her feet as soon as she saw the key her daughter was holding.
まさかあなたが
Hurka, no wait, it was you? You really need to explain yourself as fast as possible. And so, pressed by her mother, the ever-honest Hurka quickly confessed to unlocking the warehouse. Yeah, to help feed the dog and her puppies. As well as taking the key without permission to do so. Yeah, it's just such a nice thing. And then, yeah, reality. Shino and Mao looked at each other when they heard this. They soon burst out laughing, shrugging their shoulders. Oh.
結局鍵を持ち出していたのは
So it was Hurka who took the key, wasn't it? Yeah. Seriously.
それが分かっていたら
yeah, definitely. Yeah. We could have figured out right away that the thieves were amateurs if we'd known that. Oh my god. Yeah. And here we went all out with the preparations, thinking we were up against some master lockpickers or something. That must be really quite annoying for the men. They'd just be anticipating something so bad, and yet, yeah, you see people that probably know much, probably not that much worse than I'd be at something like that. Oh, I'm sorry. At the same time, it doesn't really explain how the thieves were still doesn't explain how the thieves were actually able to access the, you know, the shrine. I mean, maybe it would have just been a case of Hurka not actually knowing how to keep the door closed. No, the door was locked. How were they actually accessing the, you know, the chest? I wonder. Or maybe it could have potentially just been. No, I really wonder what the whereabouts of the key are. Hurka, jeez. Yeah, you caused trouble for a lot of people. She did. That is definitely not something you can deny. Come on, Orca. No harm, no foul, right? Yeah, fair enough. I love the kid for the hook. Yeah. Mao-san. Orca then turned timidly and awkwardly to Shino, who simply shrugged as if to voice her silent approval. Mother. I swear. Look, I cold up and furious. Oh, and Fishy gets scolded, but Orca just hugged her gently before saying, "Don't do it again." Smiling as she softly pressed her forehead against her daughter's. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's really quite nice. Well, as they say, all's well that ends well. Yeah. This incident may have even improved relations between Sonozaki and Kimiyoshi families. It has, undoubtedly. In light of that, the three families' heads were rather forgiving of Hurka's mischief. I think that's really quite nice. Where are we now? Oh, at the shrine. Oh. Right, I'm actually going to be really interested just to see. I just don't really understand how the villagers were actually there, because Hurka was the only person who actually had the key. So how did the villagers get there with obviously not having got the key she had? I think it was probably likely that the first time it happened. No, I don't know. It just doesn't fully make sense if you ask me. I'm either overlooking something, I've misinterpreted something, or maybe there is more to this. I can't tell. The next morning there was a huge crowd of villagers at the Hudide shrine, for that was the place the thieves who'd snuck into the shrine warehouse in the night before were tied up. Oh my god, have they been tied up like right? You've got to be kidding me. They've been tied up right in front of the public. Oh, that is awful. They deserve it so much. So those are the ones who tried to steal the medicine. Oh yeah, fair enough, yeah. Sick bastards, can't believe they are the balls to try and steal the villagers' treasure. The villagers glared at the three thieves with hatred and contempt if they cursed them. Oh yeah, definitely, yeah. It was a small village, so even though the attempted theft was early in the morning, everybody already knew. Yeah, fair enough. Once they heard the rumours, they headed to the shrine to get a glimpse of the criminals. Yeah, of course, nearly everybody does as well. Oh my god, yeah, definitely. They didn't have to make this big of a commotion over it. But I suppose commercials? Nah, commotions like this, I suppose they really will strengthen the villagers' community spirit. They didn't have to make this big of a commotion over it. Was Milestone the one who spread the word? Oh god, please don't tell me this is going to be a thing to get mad about her for.
そのようです。
Yeah, so it seems. So I swear. Xenon heaved a deep sigh with a sour face. However, her hostility had dialed down since the incident last time, so her response was more akin to hearing about a prank committed by a local girl. That's actually really quite nice. Yeah.
どうしてこのよ
Yeah,
うな
that's
話
actually, that's actually a fair question, but mother, why are they on display like this?
罪人は早急に大感所へ差し出すべきかと思いますが。
I thought criminals were supposed to be promptly sent to the magistrate. I mean, fair enough, but at the same time, I'm assuming it's just because they've stolen village goods, so boom, humiliate them as much as possible before. Oh, okay, I'm happy they're addressing this. Yes, however, there's something that concerns us. Yeah, not that I think we needed to take it this far, though. Xenon heaved a sigh as she stood next to Orca by the garden, perhaps feeling a little pity for the thieves being made a spectacle. Yeah. Oh, yeah, fair enough, yeah, but it was necessary to set an example to keep this sort of thing from happening, so she didn't show any signs of stopping it either. I sat down on a rock next to them to oversee the proceedings and emotionally stared at the Broughton criminals. Yeah, Orca shrugged when she saw me like that. Hmm.
とりあえずまずは自己紹介。
Anyway, allow me to introduce myself first.
私は園崎家当
I'm
主代
Sonozaki
行。
Mao, acting head of the Sonozaki family.
どうぞお見知りおきを。
Pleased to make your acquaintance. Mao stepped out in front of the three men, bowed deeply and faced straight ahead. Oh no, I mean, I get that she is probably going to give justice, but at the same time, I really hope that she's not going to be brutal. Oh god, I don't like I don't really know, I just really don't like the look of this. Miles stepped out in front of the three men, bowed deeply and faced straight ahead. Her words were courteous and she maintained decorum. Yeah, however, the three men trembled and shrank back in fear and regret at her coolest voice and glare as sharp as a blade. Oh yeah, fair enough.
さあ、それではすべて洗いざらい吐いてもらいましょうか。お三方。
God, what? Now then, gentlemen, what do we say? You cough up everything. Don't tell me they're going to kill them. What the fuck are they doing? Naturally, the three of them kept hanging their heads as they held their tongues. As if to say they had nothing to talk about, exactly as Mara had anticipated. Oh no. So you won't say anything, huh?
ならば仕方がないで
Then
す
you
ね。
leave me with no choice.
今日も例のものを
Hyogo,
用
bring
意
it
する。
out.
Hey.
No. Hyogo, who'd been standing in the back, turned to his nearby followers and silently nodded. Okay, I really don't like this. Right. The men then brought out a bizarre black iron apparatus that had been concealed in a nearby thicket. What was that? It was probably some sort of tool, but I had no idea what use it served. I looked up and seen no orca to capture them, but it seemed they were just as lost as I was. Yeah, odd.
さて、それではこの道具の説明をしましょうか。
Oh, this is either going to be really innocent, or maybe this is going to be really fucking bad. Oh, I don't know. God, the entire village is watching. They can't really do something truly illegal. But this is a Sonosaki family at the same time. You really think they're going to be stopped by that? Now then, why don't I explain this device to you? Hyogo, Azuma, prepare it.
Hi.
Mom, they sound... What? The two of them produced wooden masks that looked identical to humans. You have got to be fucking kidding me. Right, my assumption is that it's a wooden mask that had... She talked about, you know, they have nothing to say. A wooden mask where... Ooh, look at that. There's a slit in the mouth. And it's just wide enough and long enough for you to put your tongue out. And then there is a thing called a knife, and you can probably imagine the rest. I'm kind of getting the impression that their mouths were so wide they looked like they would tear apart, while the eyes have been designed to look as though they were in agony. Oh, Jesus. So we've got Kuchisake Onna in the mouth department, and then we have Junji Ito eyes. Yeah.
これは見ての通り、ただの人の形を
Yeah,
模し
very
た仮面です。
terrified person, but like, as you can see, this is simply a mask modeled off a person.
まあ、今から始めるのはほんの余興なので、あなたたちはじっく
Well,
り
what
見てい
we're
れば
about
い
to
い。
start is a mere sideshow, so you guys can just sit back and watch every second of it.
じっくりとね。
Every single second. Mal said that and turned her back on the thieves, followed by Hyogo and Azuma fixing the mask they'd shown on the off onto the black apparatus. I really don't like this. It is as if the whole face was covered in black iron. A rather unpleasant... Oh god.
これは元来、歯の治療に使われていた道具です。
Okay, I'm really liking this less and less. This tool was originally used for
虫歯を取
dentistry.
るとき、あまりの激痛に口を閉じてしまう人のために用意されたものだとのこと。
It was made for people who would shut their mouths from the intense pains of getting their cavities removed. Oh, interesting. What are they talking about here? Well, I've heard that... It's interesting. That's interesting, so I'm assuming that they'd have so much pain that they would sort of forget about, you know, the nerves that are around them. And, for example, I've heard that in surgery they actually have to have... I can't remember exactly what it is. I think it's... No, they can't not have anaesthetics because if they... No, wait, what is it? It's some sort of anaesthetic thing. I think after the surgery they have to have anaesthetics because if they don't and the pain sort of seeps in, then... No, I think it's it's something that numbs everything in the mouth so that there's no pain in the mouth. And because if there is loads of pain in the mouth, then obviously the nervous system is sort of really quite... It's just not fully accurate. It's not fully giving... It's not really fully giving an accurate representation of just how many nerves are in there. Basically, you can bite off your tongue. It is possible. So you could potentially bite off your tongue if you're in so much pain. But that's really bad measures. That's actually why they have to use an anaesthetic. So that's a really shit explanation. I'd learned it. I was so confident I'd learn why, but then I just completely forgot. And Yeah, you can obviously tell there. Didn't really have ease reciting it.
まあ口を無理やりこじ開ける道具だと理解していただければ結構。
God, in any case, all you need to understand is a tool for forcing a mouth open.
さて、
Yeah, now then. Now suddenly touched the device and began spinning a spin action lever. Okay, if they have levers and they understand, like, you know, sort of moment like stuff, and also just, I suppose you'd have to understand springs, because I'm assuming what's these devices are on some sort of thing that when you wind some sort of I suppose object. Yeah, when you wind an object that obviously has a turning force, then that will obviously cause the masks to go more and more close to their face until they can no longer spin. So that means they do have quite an understanding of physics. So I'd assume that this is not 1,000 years ago. I'd assume maybe 1700s at the very least. I don't know though. Actually, let's get a little bit of a date here. See if we can get like a date. Find anything. So I was trying to sort of find a date for the tool so that we could get more of an idea of where this is set, but nah, couldn't really find much. The unpleasant echo of metal abrading echo. Yeah, no, it was what was happening to the mask fixed to the machine that was worse. Creak, creak.
この開口器の横にある取っ手を回すと中にある歯車が回転し
Jesus.
口の中を無理やりこじ開ける仕組みになっています。
We're spinning the lever on the side of the device. The gears inside rotate. Yeah, so they have not only pivots, they have gears as well. And moments, obviously, and forcefully prying the mouth open.
世の中には口が硬くてなかなか開かない顎の頑丈な方がおりますから。
Oh God! You see, it's for people with sturdy chins whose mouth won't open so easily. Yeah, if only this was a dentist's ceremony. Yeah, it's just like you three.
あなたたちのようなね。
God. Creak, creak. Faintly smirked as she continued turning the lever. Yeah, Jesus Christ, I only then realised that the previously rowdy villagers were now all watching with bated breath. Yeah, God, who wouldn't be? And the thieves, their faces wrought with worry, couldn't look away from that either. God, yeah.
あれは
That's
ええ
yes. Orca and Xeno frowned and looked at each other. It seemed like they'd realised what Mara was planning. Oh god, I can imagine it too naturally. What are they? Just then there was a sound of metal bursting and the lever stopped. And at the same time the sound of the wooden mask splitting could be heard mixed in with that. What?
おや
Oh.
これ以上は進まないのかしら。少し力を入れてみましょうか。
Jesus. Is this as far as I can go? As it can go? Why don't I try putting a little muscle into it? Oh no. Oh god. Miles spoke in a way that made it clear that she was playing dumb as she filled her arm with strength, and just then... What? Crack? The wooden mask split into two and was smashed into pieces. Oh my god. What the fuck?
この仮面壊れてしまったようですね。
Seems this mask is broken, hasn't
こ
it?
れが人間だったら大変なことになりそう。
Jesus. Oh my god, that is definitely something that has made me fucking cold. Jesus.
さて、そこのお三方、
Now then, gentlemen. Please don't tell me she's going to do this.
口を割る？
Will you open those mouths?
それとも口を裂く？
Do I have to rip them apart?
一度しか聞きませんけど。
Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, these people aren't going to talk now. They are never going to not talk after seeing that. We'll tell you everything. Yeah, yeah, good. So please, not that anything but that, please. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I get that they stole something, but I just still can't help feeling bad for them. I mean, you know a scenario is so awful when you sympathise with the criminal. Just because of how bad their punishment is. Honestly, I think in the modern day, if people were getting tortured for stealing things... To be fair, we can't apply modern values to this, that's just objective bias. This probably would have been normal in times like these. The thieves all cried out in submission to fear. Yeah, definitely. A wave of relieved and fearful sighs spread across the villagers when they saw that. Yeah. Even I felt like this may have been going a little bit too far. Couldn't agree more. Yeah. Orca and Xeno were also watching over Mara with grim expressions. Yeah. Still, why was she doing something so threatening in front of the whole village? Well, she said it was actually to make an example of, why nobody should ever steal the medicine and why the medicine is never to be... Yeah, Mara was already fit, so wouldn't this just make her position more worse and worse? I mean, Jesus Christ, that is fucking terrifying, though. I wonder if I can get a video of it. Well, I have this thing called Safe Search, so I probably can't, but like, yeah. Jesus, man. This is barbaric. It really is. No, wait, maybe she did this with that idea in mind. Interesting. I wonder.
お母様
Mother, should we stop it? Yeah, fair enough,
Yeah.
fair enough. No, let's watch a little
もう
longer.
少し様子を見ましょう。
Yeah. But to be fair, I suppose now it's actually got its message. I mean, nobody's going to be killed. I think if it was like actual death, if these people still refuse to talk even after seeing that, which let's be honest, you would have to have some extreme motivation to do, and idiocy as well. But like, let's not mention that. But yeah, if they did that, and obviously it got to the point where they would actually be ripping their faces, then that is when they stop. Ugh, I don't even want to imagine how painful that would be. Oka's face was warped in disgust as per her character, but she not shook her head after thinking a bit. Yeah. The threats have been so effective that the men kept confessing everything they knew while begging for their love. Yeah, definitely. Of course they would.
俺は薬を手に入れたら金がもらえるって言われたんだ。それでこの村に来て偶然倉庫に運び入れるって話を聞きつけて。
I was told I'd be paid in gold if I could get my hands on the medicine, so I came to this village and happened to hear that it was being brought into the warehouse. Oh god.
俺は噂を聞いてこの村に来たんだ。そしたらこいつが薬が手に入るいい方法があるって言うから、それで。
I came here when I heard the rumors. Then this guy told me he had a good plan for obtaining the medicine, and then, well, his plan clearly worked, as you can see.
そいつに誘われ
He
て。
invited me. He wouldn't be lying. This just really sounds like an evasive, like, you know, way of not only deflecting the blame onto somebody else, but like, you know, getting out of trouble. But no, this is, I think he's being genuine just because of how horrible a situation he's in. Now I get it. Mao nodded in understanding. It seemed the man who had answered first had been the ringleader. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. That's actually really interesting that this was entirely just because of a bribe. Somehow really doesn't surprise me. But something also struck me as odd. Even though Orca was right about the theft, there should have been no need to put on such a threatening display to ascertain their motives. Definitely, but maybe that could potentially be indicative of the fact that there has been another theft of a key somewhere. What was it Mao and the others were trying to get out of them?
ならば聞くよ。
Then let me ask you something.
大事な質問だ。
This is an important question, so be honest.
あんた誰に
Who
頼
put you
まれ
up
た
to this? Oh yeah, fair enough, yeah. They need to answer because they are going to get
誰に頼まれて
Yeah.
盗みに入ったって聞いてるんだよ。
Oh my, yeah, you just properly see that. You really see that proper Sonozaki, I don't know, just intimidation there, wow. Oh god, Mao glared ferociously at the man close enough to breathe on him. God, making a previous threat seem like mere child's play. Fucking hell, I could not imagine how scary that must be. She must have a proper fucking terrifying face. The man's face froze in terror at that intense glare, and he started trembling with tears in his eyes. Yeah, what's the meaning of this?
数人で一攫千金を狙うにしては数が多すぎる。
There were too many of them for any of you people who are aiming to get rich quick.
つまりそういうこと。
Yeah, fair. So if there were too many people, then yeah. Make this an example set, and hopefully the other people will feel so scared of robbing this place that they'll just stop. That's what this is
それ
about.
に古出家の家紋が入った唐びつを持ち出したのが気になってね。
And I'm also concerned about them taking the chest with the hooded egg crest on it.
ではお母様も真央さんも
Yeah, I
元締めが
wonder.
背後にいると
Then both you and Mao-san think there's somebody pulling their strings.
もっとも その過程は
Yeah,
確定
and it
に
would
なり
seem that
そうだけ
assumption
ど
was correct. I really wonder who. That is going to be interesting. I mean, it's obviously not Mao. It's not obviously not Shino. I mean, I know that Shino doesn't actually have much of a role, but she has a big role in preventing it, but maybe that could be to, you know, deflect suspicion. But at the same time, you really think somebody as integral as that would do something like that? I think maybe... Could you imagine, like, Orca's husband? That'd be amazing. Well, I mean, that'd be awful, but, like, that would be amazing in terms of, like, a plot point, you know? Plot twist. Shino said that and sternly stared at the thieves. Yeah, the ringleader frantically shook his... You are a fucking idiot.
ほら
Come on, cough it
さっさ
up.
と白状しなよ死にたくないだ
You
ろ
don't want to die, right? I don't
知
know,
ら
I'm
ね
just
え
annoyed.
俺は別にただの
How the hell is that going to work?
ただの
An ordinary...
なんだい
Ooh, yeah, nice one.
それとも思い出す
What
の
do you
に
need
手
help
伝いが
remembering?
必要かい
Oh! Oh, shit! Miles said that and kicked a piece of the mask on the ground over to the map. Oh. Oh, God. Yeah. Oh, God. When he saw like that, he dropped his forehead to the ground and started begging. Stop, please. I can't tell you. If they...
口止めされてるんだ
kill me.
言ったら俺が殺される
Oh. Shit.
ほうなら殺されないために口を
Yeah.
裂く
God,
って
that
わ
really is quite a tricky dilemma. Tell them or tell these guys. Yeah, but at the same time, these people are easily going to give them more of a painful death. Yeah. Yeah, then I'll rip your mouth apart so that you won't get killed.
それがあんたの
Have
選
you
択
made your
かい
choice? Jesus, he's still not saying.
もうやめて
Yeah, yeah, I don't blame him for actually wanting to step in. Yeah, Orca said that and stood in front of Mal, pleading on the ringleader's behalf, but Shino remained where she stood. Oh, damn. Yeah, it's actually really quite surprising. Normally she'd be the one who'd go to stop Mal's misdeeds right away, yet here she was letting things play out naturally, which meant
やはりか
I knew it. This cruel after Miles was all calculated on her part. She would stir the villagers' fears by making herself seem vicious, which would highlight Orca's kindness in contrast, and thereby increase the villagers' unity behind her. Interesting. It could, to be fair. But at the same time, firstly, that's really, really bad in terms of yourself. I mean, everybody is going to be fearing her. I mean, I suppose that will work in order to make Orca's kindness really, really highlighted, but at the same time, I just think that really is quite stupid, to be honest. But at the same time, the thing I'm really scared about here is, what if it has the opposite effect? What if this makes Orca seem as a person that, I don't know, intervenes in the village matters? Things that should be happening, and things that, you know, should validly be taking place. Some people could potentially think that this is just justice. They could think of her as intervening with justice, so as a result, she may be somebody that's intervening, you know? That's what it could be that. Could be something related to that. Furthermore, the villagers who witnessed this would likely spread word about what terror awaited thieves. Yeah, definitely. Deterring people from sneaking into the warehouse now that they knew the penalty. Yeah, it was a volatile and crafty method, but certainly effective. Yeah, definitely. Though it seemed Orca hadn't caught onto it. Yeah. What does it even mean by volatile? I mean, I know RAM's volatile, because computer science. Like, it's obviously only in operation when the computer's actually running. When it turns off, it completely stops. And ROM is non-volatile. But, like, So I suppose it's a method that's only gonna, the terror is only gonna severely last. No, what does volatile actually mean in this sense? Oh my god, easily evaporated at normal temperatures of a substance. Oh, likely to change rapidly and unpredictably. Right. Oh, you're taking this too far, Miles. Yeah, I know what they have done, but isn't this too cool?
ひどい冗談じゃないよ、オーカ。
Jesus, cool. Don't make me laugh.
この男は鬼ヶ淵村の飛躍を盗もうとした悪党だ。許すわけにはいかない。
Oh, this is getting trickier and trickier for her. These men are scoundrels who try to steal Onigafti village's secret medicine. Like hell we can let that slide.
そうだろみんな。
Isn't that right, people?
それは
確かにな。
Yeah, interesting. She has a point. Though the villagers hesitated, they nodded and spoke in approval. They were probably afraid of setting off any sparks. Yeah. However, I could tell from the satisfied smile that flashed on Miles' face for just a moment that she was thinking about pulling out soon. Oh, that is actually really quite a plan. I find it stupid that it's never been told by her, but at the same time it's better that it's never been told by her because it's a genuine act. Yeah, they've learned their lesson, haven't they? Yeah, they have. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So we should just give them up to the magistrate to have them punished for their crimes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I believe that bringing harm to them ourselves would be going against the laws of this village.
なるほどね。それも一理ある。
I see you make a fair point.
おいあんた。
Hey, you. Oh shit! What is she doing? Mao Young. The man's hair and dragged his face. Oh, okay, good. Yeah, I find it really interesting. They're really good at doing a really sort of intimidating like act, but you know they're not actually going to do what they say. I mean, I think if she actually ripped the mouth, then yeah, I don't really think. I think the story would be very different. Let's just say that. And dragged his face. Oh, then the glare of in his eyes, and her eyes softened, and a faint smile rose to her face.
オーカの顔に免じてこの辺にしといてやるよ。
I'll leave it at this out of consideration for Orca.
感謝するんだね。
Are you grateful? Aren't you grateful? Yeah, that.
すまねえ。
もっとも大官所に行った時点で
Oh.
あんたたちは裁きを受けることもなく殺されるんだろうけどさ。
Yeah, I find it really interesting. In the end, they didn't actually say the name of their gang member, which is kind of a shame. They would probably be killed without a trial once you're sent to the
お
magistrate.
気の毒様だね。
Yeah, my condolences. It is really quite impossible to think, but at least they're not going to get a really fucking painful death. What? No, you're lying. Yeah, but at the same time, they've been... I can't believe that they'd do a crime even though they're not really informed of the risks that are awaiting them if they do so. God, that is totally stupid. Yeah, that parting threat caused all three man's eyes to widen and shock, but Miles' smile never faded, and she simply shrugged and casually said it's true.
あんたたちはいわばトカゲの尻尾さ。
You guys are what we call the tail of a lizard.
本当の悪党ってのは自分は
Oh
傷つ
yeah,
かず
yeah, definitely, yeah.
分け前は独り占めにする
The
も
real
の。
villain here will keep their share and all to themselves without getting hurt.
さて、そこで問題
Now
だ。
then, herein lies the problem.
雇った相手はあんたたちが鬼ヶ淵村の連中に捕まったと知ったらどう思うだろう
Oh,
ね。
this is really quite smart. She's getting them to doubt their employer and to, you know, just in general get them turned against them. Really quite a smart move. god, yeah. Yeah, so it's actually really funny. These guys have so many ways of dying that, yeah. Let's just say fate is hard to
きっと
change.
自分の正体を白状しただろ
You surely believe you'll give up his
う
identity.
ならばさっさと切り捨てて自分は知らぬ
Oh,
存在の
yeah,
決め
definitely, yeah,
込もう
yeah.
だってね
Yeah, in which case, he will waste no time in getting rid of you and pretending he doesn't know a thing. Let's have a go.
そんな
That
バカ
can't
な
be- I won't say
俺
a
は何も
thing!
話してねえぞ
Jesus Christ, he's still
そ
not.
んなの相手の知ったことじゃないよ
Yeah, your employer doesn't give a shit about that.
まあどう転んでも
Yeah, it is,
あ
yeah.
んたの人生はお先真っ
Yeah, so
暗
I
だ
suppose she's just trying to. She's really, really trying to convince a brick wall, but at the same time, I kind of get what she's saying. Like, you know, you're gonna die anyway, so at least, I don't know, make your death beneficial? It's brutal, but it is fair that you could think like that.
誰もあんたなんか守っち
Yeah,
ゃうから
nobody's
ね
gonna protect the lives of you. Yeah.
だったらここで生えちまいなよ
Yeah, so in that case, just fess up right here and now.
うちの組でかくまってやってもいい
Oh, good one. If you do, I'll place you under my group's
これ
protection.
は王家の目の前での約束だ
Oh.
私
Oh
も
yeah, that's
必
actually
ず
really
守
quite
る
good.
と誓ってやる
That is really good. Now they're going to confess. Yeah, they can escape the magistrate, and they can also escape, you know, death by the employer. This is a promise I make before Orca, and swear to keep it. Does it sort of? Is it umi neko no no nakakoro ni? Who knows? The man silently hung his head, and large drops of sweat rose to his forehead. He then looked at his comrades' faces, and finally, after seeing the pleading looks in their faces, made up his mind and muttered in a low voice,
また
"Are you calling me the R word?"
え
No, I'm just kidding.
領主様だよ
It was the feudal lord. What? Oh my god. Okay, that is surprising. Can't really lie, I don't really know who the feudal lord is. Oh, could you imagine? Is that Riku's father? Holy fuck if that is. Oh, that could be really quite something. Even Mile couldn't help but gasp in shock and fell speechless when she heard that. She turned around and quickly just as seen Oliver, who was frowning in confusion.
どうしたの
What's wrong? Who was
一
it?
体誰が
領主様だそうだ
Seems it was the feudal lord. What?
領主様の使いが俺たちのところに来て薬を盗み出せって言ったん
Oh
だ
god, that's
成功したら
horrible.
報酬はたんまり弾むって言われてそれで
One of the feudal lord's messengers came to us and told us to steal the medicine. He told us we'd be rewarded beyond our wildest dreams if we succeeded, so... God. Xenon looked at Mal with a grim expression when she heard about that. The two stared at each other as they sighed, concerned over what to
ま
do.
ずいことになったわね
Yeah, this turned out far worse than we thought.
あ
God, it really is quite a big matter. I mean...
どこぞのエイラ型が絡んでいるとは思っていたけど
Yeah,
ま
God!
さか領主とは
So if somebody really, really high is standing against it, then yeah, it just really is concerning how many criminal ties have actually... How many criminal ties there are of really high ranking as well. I'd assumed somebody of high standing was behind this, but I never would have suspected the feudal lord. Yeah!
ついて大蛇ってやつだよ。
Yeah! We put the bush and wake up a dragon. Shit.
そんなにまずいのですか？
Is it that bad? Yeah. Oka said in bewilderment as her fellow heads, clearly not grasping the weight of the situation. She not hesitated over whether to tell her for a few seconds, but eventually nodded. Yeah, good. Please tell her. And tell me, I want to know. I really wonder what they would have actually given him, like the man and obviously his comrades, if they did actually return successful with the items. Honestly, they probably wouldn't have given them anything. Maybe a bit of gold, to be honest, but because I do remember hearing something about gold. But yeah.
ここら一帯の漁師はね、金儲けのためなら強引なことも平気でやってくるんだ。
Oh yeah, you're really starting to see patterns here. The feudal lord of this region is not afraid to do anything to make money, no matter how aggressive it may be.
それこそ言うことを聞かせるためなら武力さえも打ち出してくるやつ。
He would even resort to force if it means making others obey him.
正直。
Yeah.
あまりいい話ではないね。
In all honesty, this is really bad. I just really wonder how they're actually going to fix this, because if they have a feudal lord that is really quite corrupt, then Jesus. Yeah, a mastermind. Not even Ma could hide how shaken she was. It seems she believed the mastermind to be just some sort of immoral merchant or group of thieves. Yeah, she'd likely assumed that if the culprits were simply motivated by profit, the after effects of today's demonstration would be enough to make them realise they'd be playing with fire and give up. Yeah, but that would have the complete opposite effect when the culprit was a man of authority. Yeah. Oh, God, instead he could just use this incident as a just cause. To suppress strife.
ということは
Oh, shit. Which means it'll be coming sooner or later.
私たちが決して逆らえないような
Yeah, a decree that we can't defy.
そんな。
No way. Shit. Oh God, that is bad. The thieves behind the warehouse have been caught. That was all this was supposed to be. Yet now that she learned the situation was turning in ways that far defied her expectations, Orca was dumbfounded. Yeah, definitely, yeah, that went for me as well.
やはり手を出すべきではなかったのか。
Would it have been better not to help the village? That's actually interesting she says that. I mean, yeah, I really wonder though, because now they have got so many things that are actually, you know, in potential risk. I mean, God, this is actually really quite bad though. If they have a really bad mastermind on their case, especially the feudal lord, if they get into legal shit, then they're not only going to have a lot of the finance that the village actually has, you know, completely gone because of suing related things, but yeah, they're also going to have, I'd assume they probably just have, I wonder what would actually happen to the medicine production. Maybe they'd have some negotiations that mean, like, more medicine being produced would mean they'd shut up or something like that, I don't know. Oh God. Yeah. God, I just really wonder how this is actually going to be solved. It's far too late to regret that now. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Because even if you, that would just make it worse. Yeah. God, that is really bad. Word of the medicine had already spread outside of the nation, so it was already too late to pretend that it had never happened. All they could do was act cautiously from now on. Yeah, seriously. Yeah.
ここでいろいろ考えてい
Oh
て
yeah,
仕方が
definitely.
ない
Anyway, we won't solve anything by standing around here
こ
thinking.
いつらは私の方で引き受けるからシノさんは薬の配送を予定通りに進めてくれ
At least they're gonna deliver the medicine that was stolen. But yeah, they're gonna finally be able to deliver the medicine to the North Settlement, and then the people over at the North Settlement, they're just gonna realize how much they've gone through to get their medicine there. I'll take care of these guys. So you go ahead with the delivery of the medicine as planned,
分か
Shino-san.
ったわ
Alright.
オーカ手伝ってくれる
Okay, will you help me? Oh, yes.
はい。
大丈夫よ
Don't worry.
私たちは何
Yeah,
と
we'll
かす
figure
る
something
から
out. I really hope they will, but it just really seems like such a big situation this way. Right. Orca nodded at Shino's encouragement. Yeah. Good. But neither me nor Shino nor Ma knew if that was how she truly felt. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I find that interesting. Not even Shino. She doesn't even know herself. Yeah, it really just shows how the hopelessness of this situation. However, I couldn't help but be concerned over the look in some of the young villagers' eyes. I tried to follow them to figure out what they were up to, but Orca asked me to help out, and at some point I forgot all about them. I've come to gravely regret that oversight. Oh my god. I love Higurashi so much, but when it gives me such a bloody cliffhanger like this, I feel really tempted to read on, let's just say that. Oh my god, don't we have a tip? Yeah, we do. Nice one. That's going to be quite cool. Tips on Nyushu Shimashita. Let's fucking go. Right. Oh, I really wonder what's actually going to happen. Oh, we're in the... We're in the assembly hall. Oh, I really wonder what I should do. I'll figure out later. Swordsmanship 201, advanced course. Yeah, we're gonna become advanced swordsmen. Let's go. Nah, actually, I think what I'll probably do is this is gonna be everything I'll read tomorrow, and then I'll just like do a massive read tomorrow, you know. See what the fuck's gonna happen here. Right, let's see what this actually is. I'm really quite interested in this. Orca.
あなたがその剣技を使わざるを得ない機会に遭うのは、
Oh,
できれ
yeah,
ば
definitely,
ない
yeah.
ことを祈りたいのです
Yeah.
が、
I pray there will never be a time where you...
もしもということがあります。
I pray that there will never be a time where you have to use these sword skills. Yeah, but I don't know. I'm going to be honest, I kind of get the impression that if we have like a really big criminal mastermind that is actually going to obviously take advantage of this situation that he's actually been able to get himself in, then yeah, maybe that time may come.
それゆえあなたには、その場面に直面した時の心構えだけを申し伝えておきます。
Therefore, I shall teach you the resolve you will require in such a situation.
はい。
Yes.
まず、たとえ相手の技が
Oh
拙
yeah,
い
yeah,
ものだっ
definitely.
た
Yeah,
としても
yeah,
決して
even
油断
against
せ
an
ぬ
unskilled opponent. First of all, never let your guard down, even against an unskilled opponent.
男と違って女子の力はどこまで鍛えても限りがあります。
Unlike men, a woman's strength has limits to no matter how hard you try.
ですから切り合いから力押しとなればどんなに技を極めたところで不利劣勢は免れません。
So, no matter how you may master your craft, you cannot escape that disadvantage if the fight comes down to brute strength. Yeah, definitely.
じゃあ、剣を持っていても、あまり相手は怖がってくれないの？
Then merely being armed with a sword will not scare my opponent all that much.
そうですね。
Yeah, that is right.
戸惑いはしますが、その後に抱く感情はまず好奇心と警部。
They will be bewildered, but the first thing they will feel afterwards is curiosity and
力の
scorn.
差を気で感じることができない素人ほど 恐怖を抱くことは
Yeah,
ほとんど
yeah,
ないで
fair
しょう。
enough. An amateur who cannot gauge the difference in strength is almost never scared.
ですが同時にそこにこそ唯一のそして決定的な勝機があることも覚えておいてください。
However, please remember there is one definitive way to win in that situation. What's that?
どういうこと？
つまり相手は力でねじ伏せようと初手の際に生まれる隙が無意識のうちに大きくなります。
Basically, your opponent will unconsciously increase the gap between you two after the first move in an attempt to make you surrender. Yeah. Interesting.
初手は心理的優劣を形成するにあたって
Hmm.
とても重要な行動ですからね。
That's because the first move is very important in establishing psychological
でもその
superiority.
際体の各部がガラ空きになる。
However, in that situation, they will be virtually defenseless.
ですから
Yeah.
その隙を逃すか逃さないかによって
Oh yeah,
そ
yeah,
の後の
yeah.
戦況が大きく変わってくるのです。
So whether you seize that chance or not greatly influences the tide of battle. Yeah, interesting.
できた隙には最大限につけ込めってことね。
Yeah, so what you mean is I should make the most of whatever openings I can find.
さらに霧は攻撃を当てやすいのですがその分線として繰り出されるため防御もされやすい。
In addition, while it is easy to hit with slashes, it is just as easy for your opponent to defend against them because they manifest as straight lines. Yeah, fair enough.
しかし一つならば相手にとっては点なので防御はもちろん回避も難しい。
However, since the thrust manifests as a single point, it is difficult to defend and avoid those. Yeah.
故に力で
Oh,
劣
yeah,
る
yeah,
女性
fair
が
enough, yeah.
最も効果的かつ一撃必殺の威力を持つのは一つなのです。
Therefore, since a woman is physically inferior, a thrust is the deadliest and most effective strike in your arsenal. I want to see what a thrust actually is, like a video sort of thing. I've got a video of it here. Oh yeah, I can imagine. Look, so I'll just show you what I'm currently looking at the moment. Yeah, so look at this. So I've got this video up. Just first thing I found. Fuck off. Right, even though I just watched it, this is such a joke. Oh my god. Yeah, sorry, this video is no longer available, even though it showed it to me like 20 seconds ago. Right, so look at this, right? Let's just go back a little bit, and then we can actually see what the thrust is. So this is like a really sort of slow motion demo. It's really not the reality of a battle, but yeah, it's fair enough that I could. I mean, I can imagine if you did that over a really long range, especially with a longer blade, and if you did that quickly, that could have some severe damage. It really could.
ちなみに理想的な一つは1度目を隙を開けるための擬態とし2度目をとどめに使います。
Incidentally, the ideal thrust is actually two motions of feint to create an opening. And then the killing blow, yeah.
もっともこれはよほどの技量と判断力を必要としますので、
However, it
ま
requires
だまだあなたが覚えるに
considerable
は
skill
早
and
すぎますが
judgment, so it's too early to teach it to you.
なるほど。
I see.
それから一つの時一番命中しやすく効果的な場所
So
は
what do you
ど
think
こ
is
だ
the
と思いま
easiest
す
and
か？
most effective location to strike in a thrust?
それはやっぱり胸とか喉とか？
Well, I'd have to say the chest or the throat.
いいえ、
No.
誰しも攻撃を受けた際には
Oh yeah,
反
yeah,
射的に
yeah.
急
Fair
所を
enough.
守
When
ろ
you
うと
attack
するも
somebody,
の
they
で
will
す。
instinctively try to protect their
その
vitals.
時真っ先に動くのは手、
In that situation, the first thing they move are their hands.
そして攻撃の時にも当然手が主体となって動く。
Oh, that's actually really quite smart. Yeah, and actually, their hands are what primarily moves when they attack.
つまり手は攻守一体の器官で常に人の意図に基づいて無意識下で動きます。
In other words, the hands are the body's attack and defense organs, and are always unconsciously moving based on what you're thinking. Yeah.
それで
Yeah, if you cut a hand or injure it, or even worse case, remove it, then yeah, you could definitely have a real advantage, especially in sword fighting. You need full you need a full range of movement, and you need to be able to have both hands working. One hand is going to make gripping the sword so much
し
harder.
かしそれだけに人は手自体を守ろう
Yeah,
という意
exactly.
識が
Yeah.
薄い。
However, in exchange, people aren't very conscious about protecting their hands. Yeah.
故に攻撃を受けた際はそれから逃れたり防いだりする反応が他の体のどこよりも遅れてしまうものなのです。
Thus, when they are attacked, their reaction when it comes to defending their hands is slower than anywhere else in the body. Yeah, fair enough. And the thing is about the hands, you can't really protect your hands too easily. I mean, I suppose you can hide it behind body parts, but then that leaves like all of, I suppose, your abdomen and your chest exposed. And obviously, well, where do you put the sword if that happens? And yeah, you can't really protect one hand without having the other one completely screwed. But I suppose if you get into a really bad situation, you know, non-dominant hand over dominant hand, I suppose.
でも動いているものに攻撃を当てるのは
Yeah, but I think it
難しい
would
と思
be
うけど。
difficult to hit a moving
そ
target.
れでもその動きの軌道は途中で容易に変えることができないので予測点をつけやすい
Yeah.
のです
Oh yeah, fair enough. Even so, it's not easy for them to change their trajectories in the middle of action, so it's easy to predict where they'll
だ
go.
から一つの時はまず手を、
So interesting. First go for the hands. Oh, that's it. Right, I kind of thought there was going to be a little more to that, but yeah, that was actually quite cool. That was really quite interesting as well. That's the last tip of kotohogushi, by the way. It's quite something. By the way, I'm really surprised there wasn't an after party or some sort of aftercast with Miyotsukushi Matsuri.
王か
Right, so I think I'm probably going to stop reading now. And yeah, we're going to be able to see what's happening tomorrow. So, firstly, I really wonder what the thing that Hanyu had ignored about, you know, the villagers and their, you know, really panicked gazes. The eyes of a few young villagers looking a little bit abnormal. I really wonder what significance that's actually going to have. And I just, in general, really wonder what's going to happen because, honestly, I really hadn't expected... I hadn't expected anything to happen in this plot. I was thinking more on the lines of what's going to happen in... do you remember what happened in the Miyotsukushi Matsuri... like legend of Orca and Hanyu? I really wonder if that's actually going to be the end of the story, because at the moment I really just don't see it. I really don't see how everything like this, I mean, even situations like these, they have a strong sense of community, really strong sense of cooperation, and everybody liking each other. I just don't get how that can turn from, you know, that to, you know, what happened in Miyotsukushi Matsuri. Yeah, especially because of Hanyu as well, because I think in that one, she actually knew that Hanyu was her mother, and secondly, she was going with the villager belief that demons and humans cannot exist in the village. So I really wonder what's actually going to happen. I really do. But the thing is, the thing that's really scary is, you know, it is becoming the time we are actually going to be able to learn about that. So, yeah, I really don't know. I'm really excited to learn about it. What we read today was actually really quite funny. Could you imagine if Higurashi was the actual person that had been stealing all these medicine things? So that would have been so funny. I don't really think they've been able to do the very, you know... I don't think they would have been able to do what they did to the Sonozakis with her very, like, without not having complete, you know, village turning against them, obviously. Oh, that would have just been awful. I mean, this was already horrible enough. I mean, that would have just been really quite something. Yeah, it is really interesting just seeing sort of old and more old-fashioned sort of, you know, punishment. Because that really did happen, stuff like that. I mean, obviously it happened a lot more brutally, but it still did happen. Oh god, man, I'm so excited for tomorrow. Yeah, I think it was also pretty quite nice just seeing, you know, Mao and, what's her name? Shino. It was really nice sort of seeing their sort of relationship. It was interesting learning about why, like, you know, the feeling about being ostracized by the village if she doesn't actually... if she did actually respect Mao for being an outsider, you know, and just how that sort of led to a really bad relationship, and also, you know, the scars of what was it? I think it was Hanyu and Riku's accident having made her think that the whole demon related thing, and trying to convince Hanyu to sort of trying to convince everybody that Hanyu was alright, sort of was a cause. Yeah, so that's another reason why she didn't really want to accept anyone else, just because, you know, what happened to Hanyu may happen to them. But, yeah, what else do I want to talk about? I don't know. It was really quite fun today. So, yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed, because I certainly did. Let's go to bed now. So, yeah, see ya.